I'm Barbara, and I'm a mother of 10 children, and I've been a homemaker most of my life. I love to do gardening. I've never felt that I'm a hoarder. I'm a pack rat. The difference between a hoarder and a pack rat is you keep it more organized. You have places to put the stuff. You don't crowd your house up.
I'm Joey. I'm Barbara's youngest daughter. My mom's an extreme hoarder. She has pretty much everything that you can imagine. Broken, new, used, including garbage. She gets her stuff from everywhere. My mom will drive around the neighborhood and even in other towns, and if she comes across something that she likes in someone's garbage, she'll pick it up. And then she'll put it in the back of her car and bring it home.
I'm Jeff, and I'm Barbara's fifth son. Up until I was about 6 years old, we had a normal life, like any other family. The rooms were always clear, clean, it was open, there was no hoarding or nothing like that.
I'm Brandon. I'm Barbara's sixth child. I was 5 years old. My mother was at work. I saw some matches laying on the ground. I grabbed them. I went upstairs with some paper and I started lighting the paper, and then I heard somebody come in and I put it out, but I think it still had the red embers on it, and I stuffed it under the bed and it reignited.
And the curtains were on fire. And I just grabbed my brother and I towed him downstairs. We ran over the neighbor's house. We lost everything, and it burnt to the ground. She was never really the same after that. When she moved into the house she's in now, that's the first time I really started noticing that she started putting stuff in that front room. And as the years went on, it just got worse.
When the house burnt down and I lost a lot of stuff, that started me starting to collect more and wanting more.
More stuff just kept coming in, started piling higher and higher. Last time I was in there, about 4 years ago, you couldn't even get into the living room. If you wanted to go in there, you would have to crawl over something.
My dad passed away in May, and she fell extremely ill soon after. She was in the hospital. The doctor told my mom, either you go stay with one of your children, or I'm gonna put you in a nursing home until you're recovered.
That's when she come to stay with me. There was just no way she can live there. I know if code enforcement will come in there now, she's gonna lose everything. She has nowhere to sleep. She has nowhere to cook. Her bathroom is completely consumed, and she don't see that.
I want to go back. I want to be in my home. It's the last place my husband and I live.
I'm afraid if something falls on her, she can't get it off her. And that's my worst fear, for dying in that home because it's out of control.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. Barb, you got a lot of people here to help. We've got a very willing family, which is good. I've done about 2,000 houses in my career, and this is in the top 5 of volume. This is a massive, massive undertaking. So strategy-wise, we're gonna get into the side yard. Are you cool with that strategy, hitting the side yard first?
Yes.
Okay, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
We really don't have a lot of options. The front door is completely packed. The only option is to go down the area on the side of the house and hopefully get to the back door. What are you thinking about this pile?
I can't throw them toys away.
My name is Mark Pfeffer. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and specialist in hoarding disorder.
I'm curious why you're upset about this.
Because those are things I've collected for my grandkids a long time.
As we started sorting Barbara's items, we could see immediately that the sentimental savings of items was very important to her.
I can't get rid of my bear. The smell will go away. I can't throw him away.
We must remember that Barbara recently lost her husband, and her emotions are really, really at the surface.
So how are we doing in here? Can you get in there a little bit, maybe over by that chair? Usually by this time in the process, the anxiety's going down and we are skyrocketing.
You can't just trash this stuff, Jeff. This isn't trashable stuff.
It is.
Now, the stuff in the backyard under the tent, a lot of that can be saved.
99% of that ain't gonna be able to be saved.
Well, you don't know that. I haven't got a choice. There's no choice within this situation.
Mom, you made a
there
thing.
ain't no choices in this
Mom,
situation.
you made a point of situation where you made you to have no choice. This is where it all began.
Well, how
It's trying to help you.
What do you want me to say? All I know is this is not junk in here to be tossed away.
There's stuff that you haven't seen for
Not
freaking...
in this room.
Oh, come on.
No, leave me alone.
What's going on? What's going on? Don't walk past me. Come here. What's going on? Stop. Calm down. What's going on? Talk to me.
They can't make a choice of what they do with that stuff in the living room because it all has to be gone through.
Well, what's in there?
There's my personal stuff.
You want to come show me?
No, I don't want to go back in there.
I don't want to see my mom lose her home, but my mom just won't let us help her.
If you don't let us help you today, you lose everything. You don't get a chance to keep anything.
But there's not enough time.
Listen
in
to me.
this
Stop.
day.
Listen.
You want
Let me
to
talk.
Just start throwing
Let me talk.
everything.
We are giving you a choice to keep things.
What am I keeping?
Stop. Let me talk. Let me talk, please. If the city comes in, they're
Here
taking.
we go.
Listen.
With the city again.
If they come,
Always
Mom,
bringing
listen to me.
the city to me.
I'm just
When the
telling you, they're
city
not gonna
hasn't-
care.
The city hasn't bothered me
They're not
for
gonna
years.
care. They are. They're gonna bother you.
Yeah, now.
Please, let me talk. We care about you. We're giving you a choice.
I don't want-
The city's not going
I
to.
don't want choice.
Listen to me.
I don't
They're gonna
want
take
lose
everything.
all.
You're not gonna get nothing.
All right, then they do it. And I'll live under a bridge. What's the point of living in a house when you ain't got nothing?
Barbara's almost hysterical, shaking and crying. Taking consideration Barbara's mental health, it doesn't make sense to go on.
From a mental health point of view, we're kind of feeling that it's taking too much out of you right now.
I don't want to keep doing this to you. It's not fair. What I'm going to do now, as opposed to cleaning the whole house, I'm going to try to get you 2 to 3 feet all the way through the house, from the back door to the front door. So if your house catches on fire, you can choose which door you're going to go out of. Are you okay with that plan?
Yeah.
Even though we've drastically lowered our expectations, this is still the biggest hoard I've ever dealt with. We got to hustle every minute tomorrow to get this done. It's taken us about 3 hours to get through the living room. Now we're through it, we're finally at this other room. All I see is an arch, and Jeff just starts climbing up. 10 minutes later, he's banging on the front door. There it is.
Hey!
I mean, this is 4 feet above me. This is blowing my mind.
I know. Keep throwing it out.
So after 3 days, lots of turmoil, we can finally get 2 safe exits. We're gonna take Barbara in to show her what we've done. This was about safety.
I still don't think it's safe.
You don't think it's safe? I agree.
It's not safe enough. We all wanted to do more. I wanted to get more out. I wanted more cleared for her. There's still a lot to do.
Still needs a lot of cleaning and disinfecting.
They want you to have quality of life. That's what they're talking about.
That's all we ever wanted, is you to have a safer life.
This is a good start. You just gotta be strong and finish it, okay?
And this is the first mile of a marathon.
Right now, I don't know if I have a future or not. But I'm still hoping to finish the house so I can live in it.
My name is Bill Squibb. I'm 66 and semi-retired. I've been acquiring things probably as long as I can remember, at least in my adulthood. I must go back 30 years. My acquiring probably stems around renovation materials, tools, construction materials. Likewise, I collect magazines, books, how-to magazines, or books on building construction. Kind of a handyman, doing renovations and improvements. I don't think other people understand the compulsion of hoarding or a hoarder. I've heard a number of different terms, the pack rat, collector. There are things that I just want to keep and can't throw out, and I can't really explain why. I don't know that I fully understand it. I have a disorder, and it's hoarding.
Those may say they're medium chilies, but they are blow your head off chili.
Oh?
My name is Lorelei Azarian. I'm 57, and I've been partners with Bill for 25, maybe 26 years.
This will be ready in 20 minutes. Can you tackle that and find a place for your egg cartons?
Okay.
Thank you.
The level of disarray that Bill seems to either enjoy or succumb to is crazy making for me. I'm tired of being lumped in with things. I'm tired of living in a home where I can't invite friends in because I'm mortified. We have no social life. We can't reciprocate an invitation to dinner. We always make excuses, but the excuses have to end. It's time.
The stuff that's in the house is diminishing the space that we have available and is clutter, I'm sure, to most people everywhere.
Bill's stuff, as we lovingly call it. It's like a sailor in the sea. It's Bill and his stuff. And it's not anything you can compete with because it's so precious to him. When I look at the stuff in this house, I hate it. I truly hate it.
The condition of the house and the disorder causes stress all around. It's stress in our relationship, stress in our daughter and our relationship.
And be careful, it's hot.
Thank you.
Okay, sweetie.
My name's Amelia Squibb, and Bill Squibb is my father. The most difficult thing about living with him is the feeling of not having a real house. When I was younger, I didn't really realize, I knew that like my house wasn't clean, or it wasn't normal, I guess, with normal setting and stuff, but I used to stay at friends' houses a lot, I noticed when I was younger. I'm not comfortable in my house.
Amelia probably spends most of her time in her room.
My room is different than the rest of the house.
Say it's a clean, organized environment, not a cluttered environment as the rest of the house is.
I kind of have my sanctuary of my bedroom that I walk directly to. I think by me having my room the way it is, I think he thinks that's okay and that's enough. I feel like he's like, all right, she's content. She has that room, which obviously I'm not content with just my bedroom. That makes no sense. I don't actually go into the rest of my house unless I'm going to do laundry, because I hate walking through our house. I hate seeing things. I hate it. It's frustrating for me to just walk upstairs and say something to someone upstairs. And it's really difficult to deal with.
I don't think I really focused on the impact it was having on me and my family. Lorelei recently, this past year, fell, injuring herself severely.
Not realizing that Bill had moved one of the boxes at the foot of the stairway, I ended up having an accident.
She fell down the stairs, broke her arm.
And I was really angry with Bill. And to this day, and it's 9 months later, those boxes still aren't moved off the stairway. I can't live in an environment where stuff comes before people. He's gonna have to move. I can't do this anymore.
So where are we starting?
Dining room.
The dining / music / dumping ground.
Correct.
Okay. I'm Dr. David Tolan. I'm director of the Anxiety Disorders Center at the Institute of Living. So tell me what we have here.
The entire bag that you have in your hand is keep.
Why don't we take a look at that before we make that judgment?
All right. This is a keep. It's a bag of keys. This is an electrical tool. I actually don't know how that got in there.
I have no idea.
Another electrical instrument, back brace, saw blades, a hat.
What is that?
It's very becoming also. Stud finder. It's keep.
Let me ask you a question here, Bill. How many stud finders do you have?
2.
2. How many stud finders do you need?
2. My connection to my things is multifold. It's if I throw it away, I'm going to need it, or better, if I throw it away, then I'm going to immediately need it as soon as I've thrown it away.
Those used to be my makeup cleaners.
Yeah, they were hand cleaners. I'm not sure that there's even any in them. Yes, there are.
Those were face washers, and they're definitely dried out. That's why I threw them away.
Oh,
Wait, Amelia, you threw these away?
Yep.
Where
in
did
my garbage.
You threw them away in the garbage.
He goes through my trash. When I throw away garbage, he always takes out the garbage on Fridays, and he always goes through my garbage because everything needs to be recycled.
How did they make their way in here, Bill?
They get recycled. I used them to wash grease off my hands.
You went into the garbage can and
No,
got them.
that's it.
Her bedroom bucket.
Yeah, to her bedroom trash can.
Right.
Okay.
I see a need to recycle everything, probably to an extreme.
Recycling's fantastic. Hoarding is not so fantastic. There's a fine line here, and as long as we can make sure you stay on this side of that line.
Well, if ever you need one of those. You need to come in close on this. The 10 Commandments of clutter. There's an irony about this somewhere. I don't think this is going to be an easy change for Bill. I'm truly hoping that clearing some spaces will allow him to see what he's been missing and allow him to clear space in his head.
If you thumb through any given magazine, you'll find something that's interesting
That's
to you.
true.
I guess the question is, does a magazine from 2001 really warrant placement in your home? Or could you simply take the risk and say, I can get this elsewhere if I need it?
I can compromise. Amelia's expectations were much higher than what we've accomplished so far. And I knew when she came up the stairs that she was going to be unhappy. I know you're shuddering.
You don't need those.
I have a computer that uses them, yes.
No, put them on a disc, a CD or a USB or something, or on a flash drive. You do not need that.
Let me look at the box for a moment. My butting heads with my daughter Amelia happens occasionally. She gets quite frustrated.
They're
magazines on the freaking staircase.
They don't belong here, that's correct.
They don't belong in the house. Where the hell are you gonna put them? In the storage shed that you're supposed to go through and move them back out into another place?
Then I'll put them in the shop when I get it.
I'm gonna move them and move them and move them. They're gonna be in a shop in 3 cities over that you're never gonna be able to get to read.
She does have a
It's
point.
so frustrating.
She's frustrated by my not doing it. I'm going to be frustrated by doing it.
That's right. Somebody's going to be frustrated today.
It takes a very long time, and that was really discouraging to me, because just the amount of stuff we have to go through, it just doesn't, it can't add up right. Like, there's no way that'll ever happen if it has to continue at the pace it's going.
You're looking for me to say quality of life or something, and I don't see how how that's going to help her achieve that.
You're not gonna have newspapers on the stairs that Mom is gonna trip on and fall down the stairs
These
anymore.
aren't newspapers.
I really felt like we were never going to get anywhere with this. Every box was something else he had to go through. Every magazine was something that he was going to have time to read, and he was never going to catch up.
At what point, Bill, do you just say enough? Do you just say it ends now, it ends here, I'm not going to be a hoarder anymore?
I can't do that.
In some ways, it was the perfect storm for Bill's hoarding, because it contained every element of what he likes to save, right there in that box.
I'm feeling resentment, anger, and that's shutting me down. And you know, she's very upset. And I can't.
Keep the box. Just keep it.
I can't solve that right now. I just can't. I can't do it.
I feel like we didn't accomplish anything. I feel like it's gonna be back to what it was, and it's not gonna change.
So I am shutting down. I'm not going to deal with it.
It was an angry silence. It was clearly obvious that he wanted to throw in the towel at several junctures.
I want this to happen and get better. I don't want to regress.
I don't want you to either. I want something to happen too. But this, what I'm trying to say to you is, I understand you were done, and I understand that you were really stressful.
When I said I'm done, I wasn't done upstairs. I was done with the process. I was at overload and wanted nothing to do with any more to do with hoarding or the solution of the problem or anything when I came back in. I was finished for the day. And I was just, I almost walked away and didn't come back. If I hadn't gone for that walk, I would have, that's it.
But if we just say, wow, thank God that's over, you know, it was a great learning experience, ta-da, and keep on going, we're going to be back here in less than a week, because there's more than enough boxes to fill the spaces we've cleaned. And I don't want that to happen. The results will be disastrous for the family.
My biggest concern seeing the results was I wasn't happy. Okay, sure, he cleaned the stairs. Sure, he cleaned off the table. Great. We still have this entire house that we have not even remotely touched, and he was having such a hard time going through things that shouldn't even matter.
This is going to be months, maybe even years. It's going to take Bill and the family a long time to get rid of this. This stuff didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to leave overnight.
Once the doctor's gone, once back to our daily life, it's just not going to change.
Amelia hasn't got over her unhappiness at the moment because of that fear that it's not going to go forward, that I'm going to regress. It's happened in the past, and it becomes a never-ending battle. Don't want that to happen.
I truly feel that if this starts to revert back to the way it was, one, I'm going to pick stuff up and throw it out in the backyard. It's going to be done with, but I can't live this way, and it's going to have to be an ultimatum. He's going to have to take his stuff and move to an apartment. I can't do this.
My name is Richard. I'm a very loving man, and I collect rubbish. My house is a complete sloppy mess, and it's all good stuff. Just haven't been able to enjoy it because there's no room.
I'm Connie, and I'm Richard's daughter. He collects a lot of items that he doesn't need. Plumbing pipes, vans, storage units. I found beef sitting on top of piles in the kitchen with maggots crawling on it. I'm trying to get him to realize that this is not healthy. If he were to lose his house and all his stuff, he will feel like he has nothing left, and I feel helpless. I don't know what he's gonna do. I have no idea.
My daughter, Cheryl, died when she was 3 months.
My mom went to check on the baby, and she had passed away from sudden infant death syndrome.
Richard never knew what to do about it. He didn't know how to handle it.
I felt very, very uptight about it because I just didn't understand life.
With Cheryl's death, our marriage started falling apart, and then 3 years later, we got divorced. Once we moved, he started collecting more.
I felt very lonely. I couldn't carry on just by myself, so I went out and collected all kinds of junk.
He isolated himself from everyone, and that's when it just really exploded. And we didn't know that it had gotten this bad up until, 3 or 4 years ago. And we realized how bad it really was.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. Richard, what is the ultimate goal? What do you want to see happen by the time we leave?
The house completely clean.
Clean. Okay. The problem with someone like Richard is he's going to say all the right things. Do you have any thoughts or concerns?
I say, let's go for it.
I'm Dr. David Tolan. I'm a clinical psychologist who specializes in the treatment of hoarding disorder. Here's the really tricky thing about cleanouts. If all you do is clean a person's house out, you're not really addressing the problem. You're not changing their behavior. And in fact, you're giving them one more reason potentially to feel stressed out, and they may engage in more of their hoarding behaviors.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. All right, so this is trash, right?
Right.
That's an old hose, actually.
Yep, no good.
So what do I do with it?
Trash.
All right, these lobster plates?
Trash.
Everything in here is trash?
Richard's doing great. He's actually doing better than most.
Okay.
In the 20 minutes we've been working, you've already let go more than I thought you were going to today. I'm gonna be honest. All right, so this is what you've actually let go so far. What do you think?
Well, it makes me feel better because I feel that everything that's crap is gone.
But I want you to feel good in what you're doing.
Oh, I am.
You ready for us to fill the rest of this dumpster?
Yes, I am, sir.
Thank you.
And more.
All right, it's good. I like it.
All right, 2 bottles of whiskey in there.
You know where?
They're in a box over here. A bottle of rum and a bottle of whiskey.
We haven't thrown anything
They were right here.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Okay. Can't find it. I'm going out and buy another.
Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say I recommend against that given your medications. Richard should not be drinking, and he's taking medication that interacts very badly with alcohol. It is your choice.
Yep, and I'm gonna get them. When I pay for something, I want it.
You could gift it to someone if you know.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
I'm not going to.
Okay.
That's my prerogative, my choice, and my attitude.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, you're getting very irritated at Connie
Well,
just because
Damn it all to hell. Leave me alone, please.
You can see he wants to argue with you
Oh,
about
yeah, he
this.
does.
He wants to get into it with you.
Oh, yeah.
He's almost daring you. He has technically the right to drink alcohol, but he shouldn't.
Right.
And I think one of the things is we're going to need to start talking about maybe an alcohol intervention for your dad as
Right.
well.
Okay.
Okay. I'm worried about your safety.
Okay.
And I'm worried about your mental health.
Okay.
Richard's taking medications that interact very badly with alcohol. How often do you drink?
Almost every 20 minutes.
Seems like a lot of alcohol, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Do you think you have a drinking problem?
Nope.
Has drinking ever caused a problem for you?
Nope.
He becomes so defensive that he's simply not going to listen to it. Richard.
Yep.
Before you jump up and bolt, can you tell me what you're thinking about?
Nope. Can't do it.
Why can't you?
Because I'm sick.
Sick in what way?
In my head.
Meaning mental illness?
Mm-hmm.
I'm increasingly worried about his mental health. As a licensed psychologist, I'm required to do what it takes to get this man safe. When I see an older gentleman who is living like this and clearly having difficulty caring for himself, I'm required by law in this state to call Elder Protective Services. In this case, I think it's a very good idea.
No, I'm getting up.
Part of what
Get out of here.
Richard.
I'm gonna bolt.
Bolting doesn't help. Somebody's got to tell them the ugly truth. And if that makes me the bad guy, then I'll be the bad guy. If that's what it takes for Richard to be safe, I'm willing to play that part.
This is just my job as protective services. I
Well,
can inform you
sir,
that allows it.
Sir,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood for that right at the moment.
All right, come on in. Make it tight here. Near the end of the day, we realized how bad the house really was. And I said, you know what, I gotta let Connie and the family know. I'm bringing you in here to prepare you for the reality. This is a bad, dangerous home. All that mold, different colors, white, green, black. It's all extremely dangerous. The house itself is destroyed, to be honest. All the ceiling has to come out, all the walls have to come out, all this wood has to be removed.
Condition of the house is absolutely devastating.
We did not expect what we saw. The smell was overwhelming. Our eyes were burning, our throats hurt. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Housing Authority came today and they put an uninhabitable sticker on it, which is what they needed to do. Richard can't stay here. It's not safe.
It was obvious our dad couldn't live in that house the way it was. And it was a huge disappointment because our goal was to get him back in that house, and now what? Where does he go?
We really wanted to make sure, are we doing the right thing? Are we helping this family? So we had to pull the plug.
Regardless of the status of the house, I think that Richard is not safe to live by himself. So Matt and I really had to scramble to try to find mental health and assisted living resources that would be available. And I also had to talk to the family about who might be able to take him in on a temporary basis.
My dad will not be homeless. He will be staying with me initially, and I'm gonna be the appointed guardian for my father. It's gonna be very hard for my father because he's already trying to load up cars with his belongings, so we have to work on that.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but keeping the person out of the house was the right thing on this one.
He just wasn't safe in here.
I've done thousands of houses and never stopped cleaning, but today we did. Sometimes you just have to do the right thing.
Hopefully he's moving on to something better.
Fingers crossed.
I'm Linda. I'm retired, and I'm a hoarder. My children would probably describe the house as a mess.
I'm Jennifer, and Linda's my mom. The smell in that house is not pleasant. I'm not sure what the smell is, but it's not good.
I'm Curtis, and my mom is Linda. My mom's bedroom is full of purses and shoes and makeup.
The room at the end of the hallway is my old room, and stuff stacked to literally the ceiling in that room.
The shower is not usable at all. I don't know, honestly, how they get bathing done.
And then go into the kitchen around the corner, and the countertop is stacked up with food in every angle. There's no place to even make a sandwich in the kitchen because every countertop is just stacked up with stuff.
The cabinets are full of stuff, and the fridge is full of stuff that expired.
Well, it's expired. I leave it on the shelf because things aren't always available. And you buy them when you can. And then when you need them, you have them.
There's food stacked up on shelves that's probably 20 years old.
I don't check my old canned goods because I buy new ones, you know. Go to the grocery store and I see 10 for 10, I'll buy them.
How do you clean a house that's that cluttered? You know, I think it's almost impossible to clean it at this point.
I'm Dave, and I'm Linda's husband. I don't feel very well about the clutter in the house. The hallways got where I had to actually hold on to walls and move down the hallway. Then my health got to a point that I really couldn't go up and down the stairs anymore. So I ended up moving to a couch, and that's basically where I slept the last couple of years. I had congestive heart failure, and I've been on the list for a heart transplant. And 2 weeks ago, I got my heart transplant, and I'm hoping to go home soon.
I'm looking forward to my husband coming home with a new heart. And it's very emotional. Yeah.
If Dad came home to the house in its current state, I know for a fact from talking to a social worker they would not let him stay. You know, Dad was given a wonderful gift, and if he came into the house and got some kind of infection or something because of the house, you know, it's almost like not appreciating the gift that you were given.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good. So is everyone ready to get started?
Yes.
Good. I'm Standalyn Robertson, Certified Professional Organizer. We're going to ask you to make some hard decisions, and I want you to trust your family to help you through that process.
Absolutely.
Okay, Miss Linda, let's get going. Tell me, is this donate?
Donate, yeah.
Okay. How about this?
That's donate.
Donate?
Yeah. Donate.
Donate?
Donate. These are napkins. So.
Are those donate?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's time to tackle the kitchen. First thing is the refrigerator.
Right.
Get that hamburger out of there. That's disgusting.
I just bought that.
That is. Are you kidding? You want to keep this?
I just bought that.
Yum.
Oh, God, please close that.
This milk, it feels like cottage cheese.
I'm not drinking it.
It's freaking nasty.
These are actually my raisins.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Don't even open that. Toss that. I don't want to smell it.
This expired in 2014, Mother. This is July of 2013. September 2011.
I want to point out in that purse right there, this is what you had for food. You had a pantry in there.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You're not obsessed with eating food, but what you're obsessed is
having it available.
Having it available.
If I need it, yes.
Okay. There's a real overflow mentality about food. I'm asking her to think a different way about it.
Why is this going on? You know, there's a deeper reason. And to tell you the truth, it made me more conscientious and determined to get it clean and keep it clean. Wow, wow. Great.
This is wonderful.
That's awesome. I'm just overwhelmed.
This what you had in mind for a living room?
Yeah, definitely. It's awesome. I couldn't hold the tears back because it looked so great. In years, I've never seen this house look this good.
Wow.
Look how pretty.
Oh my gosh. This looks great.
It looks great. You know, this is just unbelievable, you know, that, you know, somebody would come in and do all this for us. That's really means a lot to me. It's true.
Oh, right.
Wow, it looks like a different house. It really does.
Yeah, I know.
It really does. Jeez.
Yep.
When I walked through that front door, it was more than amazing. It really was.
This is your chair that you had
It
before?
looks so much more room with all the, I mean, I never thought it was this big before. I couldn't believe it was my own home in a way. You know, it just, some people really work their butts off to do this, and I can't thank anybody enough. Jeez, counter space. Wow.
Yeah, I knew you'd be happy about
Yeah, I
that.
guess. Wow, big difference. My goodness.
This story was personal to me as a living organ donor. I wanted to make sure that that heart was going to have a good home, and I think we accomplished that.
It's just mind-boggling, really, to see it the way it is now and remember the way it was, you know.
I'm Bruce. I'm a retired tool and die journeyman. I've lived at this house for over 30 years. The inside of the house is jam-packed. It's up over our head. We have a pathway between the kitchen and the front door. I have to turn sideways most of the time to walk through there. We have all sorts of stuff, from tools, knickknacks, a bunch of stuff. However, I'm not the only one responsible.
I'm Kathy. I'm a retired long-distance operator. I've been living in the house with Bruce for 37 years, so we have accumulated a lot of stuff. And half of the stuff in the house is mine. I have a bunch of clothes, jewelry, a lot of books. It's just stuff everywhere. It looks like we're hoarders to look at the house, but I say we're collectors.
I'm Laz, and I'm Bruce and Kathy's son. My parents are definitely hoarders. Their house is a mess. It's ridiculous. Stuff is stacked to the ceiling. There's a million different random items that you would never expect in the most random places. To me, the house smells. It's unhealthy, it's unsanitary. I know there's a lot of open and/or expired food everywhere. They don't even eat at the house.
Hold on, don't get too far ahead.
They go out to eat 2-3 times a day, mostly fast food.
Last year, I had been in the hospital twice for UTI infections.
I had rotary cup surgery.
I also had pneumonia when I was in the hospital.
And I've had about 2 or 3 knee surgeries.
I had colon cancer, but that was operated on. I had this table half cleared off on my side.
I have real bad arthritis in both of them. I probably need a knee replacement. Oh, can't get to my pen. I'm probably gonna need a walker or something to walk. But right now, I don't have the room to walk around with the walker.
I'm Jeff, and Bruce is my younger brother.
I'm Beth, and I'm Bruce and Kathy's sister-in-law. When I was there at Bruce and Kathy's house in 1996, I saw there was some things maybe put to the side along one wall area, but nothing that was real concerning to someone.
I graduated high school when I was 15 years old. I went to a small community college for the first couple of years, and I stayed living with my parents, but I moved away when I was 17. My parents retired at a fairly young age, and they suddenly had nothing to do every day. At some point after that, I guess, they started going to thrift stores all the time, and it became a daily habit. If the house doesn't get cleaned up, I'm afraid my parents won't live that much longer, and their health problems will just get worse. If this house gets cleaned up, they might live another healthy 30 years. But instead, they might die tomorrow because of the house.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's great to see all of you this morning. I'm Carolina Harvey, organizing expert specializing in hoarding.
I'm Dr. David Tolan. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I specialize in the study and treatment of hoarding disorder.
It's good to see you, Kathy, Bruce. We're ready to get this thing started. What do you think about that?
That sounds great.
Sounds good.
Does that sound good? Okay. All right, everybody ready? Yes. All right, let's do this. Let's go.
Okay.
Bruce and Kathy, come on up. Family, come on up. So I want you to first look over there at the porch. All that stuff is gone. We're sorting it out onto these tarps into different categories so that you can make decisions about categories, okay? But I wanted you to look at this first because it is all the items that we believe to be trash. So I want you to look at this and tell me if you're willing to let this go.
I'd like to save 4 or 5 of these. They're really excellent. It doesn't take up any space at all.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay.
All the rest of them could go.
You're only keeping 5 boxes. I think that's good. Let's try to keep on this trend. Yay! Woo!
There we go.
Good job, Bruce. Decision 1. I'm gonna tell you right now, because this stuff was all outside, if you are letting it go, donation's not an option. There was mice over there.
There were what?
There was mice. Yep.
I didn't see them.
So it's keep or let go.
Throw that out. I'm gonna clean them up and give those to Steve. He likes wood.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're looking to give away something to someone that was with mice.
I'm gonna clean it up. I'll wear gloves.
This is wood, so it's porous. That means if mice peed on it, you can't clean it up and get it out.
Oh, well, I could sure spray it with disinfectant because that will also penetrate into the wood.
Not when it's porous like this.
I could clean it up, leave it out in the sun, and it'll self-sanitize. Okay? I want to keep it.
I'm already really concerned. Bruce said whether it's a good decision or not, I want to keep it. I think that sums up his mentality, and maybe it sums up the mentality of a lot of people with hoarding disorder, which is that even if it's a bad decision, the fact of the matter is, I have this want that I cannot satisfy, and I just keep accumulating stuff.
This one does have mold on it. Kathy, what do you think?
No.
Let it go? All right. There's mold inside of that one.
You can
Did you
toss
see
that.
it? All right. This
Now, that's
is
a
more
tool
like
bag.
a tool bag, yep. But you can see that there was mice in here.
Well, let me.
Do you hear your family?
I'm sure you have it better than that.
Plenty. I think you're going to find a lot more tool bags, at least a few more tool bags in there.
Okay. Tell me what you'd like
All
to
right,
do.
go ahead and toss it.
You ready to let it go and keep this one?
Yes.
Can we put it in the bag? That works. All right, well, we got one more bag right here. What about this one?
Toss it.
Toss it, she said. All right. 2 blankets, remember? They were outside. Mice, pee, urine.
I'd be inclined to keep them.
Kathy, what do you think? You want to keep them?
Yes.
Remember, they were outside.
And how old do you think those blankets are?
Look almost new.
How long do you think you've had them?
Probably no more than, I think we got them 4 to 6 months ago.
And where do you think you got those?
At a thrift store.
Okay.
So there's not even any sentimental value to them. They weren't grandpa's or grandmother's or anybody's. They were just some item you bought at a thrift store, and it's that important.
Yes. What's the point of even doing this if we aren't going to keep some of the stuff and throw out the other stuff?
But you're keeping stuff that mice have been on, that's been stored outside.
We don't know for sure if they've been on these. I don't see any urine stains on them.
I'm not going to try to debate this, but I just kind of want you to be thinking about what's really important. It's not this. This isn't important. This is a thing. You need to make the right choices here.
I don't see a health problem in those.
I know you don't. I know you don't. And
So
that,
if I
think,
don't see a health problem, that's the reason why I want to keep it.
I know. And that, I think, is your blind spot.
I have 2 concerns. The first concern is Kathy not feeling like she can make her own decisions and being independent. But I'm also concerned that Kathy wants to make decisions with Bruce the entire time we're here. There's no way we can get through this house if we don't divide and conquer. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to see everyone this morning. How are you guys feeling about today?
Good.
Good. Excited.
Yeah? Bruce?
Good.
Good? Kathy?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Kathy, Jeff, and Beth, I'm gonna have you out front with Danny and Maya, okay? Laz, Bruce, and myself, and Annie will be in the back, okay? Everybody ready to get going?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
No.
There's a bunch of silverware here, Bruce.
I have a friend at the knife and gun show. I'm going to give that to him.
Time out. You said that you want to give those knives to a friend at the knife and gun show?
Yeah.
But those are household knives.
Yeah. That's what he does. He sharpens the household knives and stuff like that.
I see you making a very unhealthy choice here.
Okay.
And I think it is the same kind of unhealthy choice that you've been making for a very long time that has contributed to the buildup of clutter in the home. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that I think it's very unhealthy and risky for you to do this.
Okay, you've told me, and I accept the responsibility. Are we going to be here for another half an hour on these box of knives, or are we going to get this cleared out?
We might. Remember that part of what we're here to do is clean out a house, but also part of what we're here to do is teach you how to make good choices for yourself.
I know in the future I won't be going out and buying any more knives, but I have these in hand.
How you guys doing? How's it going out here?
She is doing so great.
Yeah?
She's even stepped it up. Dr. Tolan checked in with us a little bit ago, and she was doing amazing about 50%, and now she's about 75%.
Wow.
75%?
Out the door.
Really good, Kathy.
Kathy, that's
good.
really good. Really good. The plastic bags?
Throw them out.
Okay, what about the rest of it?
I like to keep the bin, but throw out everything else.
Okay.
You give me decorating cakes?
No.
Donate.
Donate. All right, here we go. We got this one right here. What is that?
That's to make ice.
Ice maker?
I want to keep that.
You want to keep that? Okay, that's fine. Can we take it for scrap?
I like to keep this one.
And what about the rest? The rest can be scrap?
Yes.
All right. How about this? Bless this house. What would you like to do?
That's good.
Your
for
face is
rolls.
telling me to let it go. I see your face. I feel like you're saying
No,
let it go.
let's keep it.
So you want to hold on to it. All right, this is the last thing of this stack.
Yes, keep those.
You want to keep these? Okay. All right. How you guys feel like you did?
I think with the progress we're doing now, it'll be the house we want.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm satisfied with the progress so far.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, morning. It's great to see everybody. I see a lot of smiling faces. That's a good thing. Yeah, good. If you two are still okay with it, I would love to continue to divide and conquer. Are you both comfortable with that? Letting your family make some decisions on your behalf?
Yes.
You're okay? Yes, good. How about you, Kathy?
Okay.
Great.
All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go.
Wanted to see kind of how things are going and what's been happening.
Well, Laz just isn't following my instructions when he's throwing away tools and tool supplies.
Well, drills and screws I would call accessories or parts.
These, you can have a picture, but you can't hang it up, Lazarus.
100 million more. Hooks, nails, screws. You know, we've talked about it a couple times, you know, and he seems to be in denial about how many of each thing he has. And that we keep getting into semantics and losing the big picture.
The big picture is this is a tool. Anything that makes your life
And you have
easier
too many
performs a
tools.
function.
I'm mad that he doesn't see how crazy unhealthy this is.
Yeah. You're mad, and I think you're scared.
Absolutely.
You're scared for what's going to happen to the people you love.
We don't care about your stuff. We care about you.
Sounds like, Bruce, you'd be much happier if Laz would at least set hardware aside. Also, Bruce, I get a sense that Laz would like it if you would hear what he's saying and try to absorb it. You know, I think he said some really powerful messages here. Not the least of which, by the way, is that he loves you. And I hope that you hear that too.
This looks like hospital.
No. Okay. So you want this one?
Yes. And that one.
You can't have a clean house, Bruce, if you're not letting go.
I think the problem, Bruce, is that Kathy is afraid to tell you what you need to hear. So I guess I have to do it. You got a serious hoarding problem, and you're not going to live very long if you keep up this behavior.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Good morning.
It's great to see you all this morning. So today's plan is to make sure we can clean out the kitchen and make pathways in the rest of the house, because that's kind of where we're at. I feel kind of disappointed that we can't get this house cleaned out for you guys, but you know, you guys have to take ownership. You guys have to let go of more, and you're just not there yet, and that's okay.
I want to walk the fine line to recognize that we're not going to get a cleaned out house during this period of time. It's just not going to happen.
We have a few hours left. Let's make the best of it, right? In the spirit of still letting go, let's get started today. Come on, let's go.
do you think, Mom?
It looks good.
It's a little cleaner than it was.
Thank you. Looks fantastic.
So you like the way it looks? Okay. Okay.
Keep it coming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, new refrigerator. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh,
Almost don't recognize it.
I know it. That's just beautiful. Almost feels like a hotel, almost.
Yeah.
As we talk about going forward in the future, this seems like it would be a good time for us to have a rather frank conversation. So you do need mental health treatment, good quality mental health treatment from somebody who understands hoarding disorder. I've found a therapist and will pay for it, but I really want the two of you, after we're gone, to follow through with this mental health therapy. And I'd love for your family to encourage you to do that after we're gone, because for you to just do this all on your own is gonna be tough. You need somebody working with you. Would you go to some therapy?
It'd be a start.
That would. How about you, Kathy? What's your willingness?
We will start it.
You're okay with that? Good. That's music to my ears.
I'm getting a hug. No handshakes for me.
We'll start looking at every time we bring something new into the house, we'll start putting something old out. Not my wife, because she's not old.
I'm Tim, and my houses and properties are full of junk. 52 years of junk. The outside of my properties are full of a collection of eclectic projects. They are projects that I envisioned, that I saw the end of, but they didn't come to fruition. And they're things like cars, motorhome, electronic equipment to be repaired, bicycles to be repaired, air conditioners for I don't know what now, welding equipment, engines, Volkswagen engines, Volkswagens. I have a pickup truck. I have a cement pumper. You'll find lots of metal. And you'll find 2 sheds that are full of things. It's all stuff. Stuff that had a value, maybe still have a value, but doesn't have a use in my life anymore. I have a history with local code enforcement. It started many years ago, like 30 years ago. Why do I think that that's possible? Because right here, less than 1,000 feet away, they did that to a house. They tore it to the ground, put it in a dumpster and hauled it away. And all that's there now is weeds. I could be out on the street. But for the grace of God, there go I for the homeless person. I could be there with my wife.
I am Wilhelmina, and Tim is my husband. Tim and I have been married for 52 years, and we met a year before it, so that was our very short dating time. When Tim asked me to marry, he said, "You can have everything you want in the world, but one thing, please don't change me." And, well, I've tried to change him, but it didn't work out.
How I would explain Tim's hoarding is when you're so good at so much, you have to drop the ball someplace. We can't all be perfect, so if we're gonna do something wrong, in this case, it was Tim's hoarding.
The home that Wilhelmina and I live in is pretty big. It's about 2,400 square feet on the downstairs and another 1,700 square feet on the upstairs. And it is full of stuff. All that stuff, every bit of it is a project.
Living in my house, it's chaotic. And then I freeze, and I'm not able to function very well. But that's been severe the last 15 years.
In 2001, she suffered catatonia. And it was a long recuperation from that. Up until her illness, there wasn't any hoarding going on in the house because she wouldn't allow it. But when she got ill in 2001, then she pulled back, and then by about 2010, she was so bad that it didn't matter if I brought stuff in the house.
Wilhelmina, I believe her demeanor is more of a defeated individual than the very vibrant woman that she had been. And I can't wait to see a smile come back and really know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
When I try to help my uncle get rid of the stuff that he's collected, either through reorganizing or throwing it away, it's contentious, so we're always fighting. In regard to throwing things away, we are always butting heads. So, and he has a tendency to create actually any possibility for any little thing that may be thrown away. He will have a use for that in some future plan. So you're always kind of fighting this this logical, in a way logical, but also very illogical thing. So it's a constant battle.
I have to keep reminding myself that I want to get rid of everything. I mean, even though there's going to be part of me that say, no, we got to keep that, we got to save that, oh no, not that. But I want to get rid of everything.
Tim, you and I have something in common.
We probably do. You look familiar.
Well, there might be a couple reasons for that. But what I'm referring to is you're a psychologist.
It's true.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a really unusual situation because Tim is also a therapist, albeit he's retired, but it's always interesting when I'm working with somebody else in the mental health field because the thought is he should know how to do this. Why is he in this situation? But I'm always having to remember that it's not about your profession or how smart you are because mental health issues can affect everyone across the board.
Tim, you got a few big days ahead of you. Are you ready for this?
Never ready, but willing. More than willing.
That's what we want to hear.
You know, we always want to remind family members that it's not just about getting the house in order. It's about dealing with the psychological factors that are coming up.
Yeah.
So, Corey, what's our plan?
We have an auctioneer here. We're going to walk the property with the auctioneer. You can point out the things that might have some value, and he can tell us what he thinks.
Sure.
Would it be okay while we're doing that to get my team moving and start cleaning out some of this stuff? All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
That would have some value. It's
Condenser?
It's a condenser and a compressor,
Right.
hermetically sealed, never been opened.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. If you were to sell this today, would you sell this as brand new?
Oh, yeah, it is brand new. I'd tell somebody it's brand new and been sitting here for...
But it's rusted.
So?
I
You're
think what we're
trying to make
to-
a point.
Yeah.
What's your point?
That this is not brand new, it's damaged, it's rusted, and I think that this is sometimes where you get stuck with your stuff.
There are some things that I'm sure you know about. This you don't.
Okay, so Ryan, so what you've seen through here, there's not a lot of value. I mean, where do we go from here? Is there stuff that you're gonna take?
At this point, no, there's nothing that we're gonna take.
Tim has what we call an overvalued ideation of his stuff. He thinks that they're worth more than they are.
The things that Ryan the auctioneer looked at that he didn't take, are you gonna let Corey and his team take those?
Some of them, but some of them not.
Philomena, what are your thoughts about that? Yesterday and this morning, he says, I want it all to go.
When he gets like this, I can change him.
Would you prefer that while all the manpower is here, to lift these items and remove them from the property? Because the likelihood of someone purchasing those items is not real likely.
It's not a good thing what you're doing to her.
To ask her how she feels?
It's not a good thing what you're doing to her. She's fragile, and I want you to respect that fragility.
Tim, I am. It's
No, you're
we're
not.
checking in with her. That's all
Okay.
we're doing.
Well, if strong person this goes,
I am surprised at Tim's willingness so far. I mean, the amount that we are removing from the back is a lot. I just hope that that momentum will continue.
Yesterday, we had a conversation. Tim, you got upset. How are you doing today?
it's all good.
Okay.
I mean, from my point of view, we've made fantastic progress here already. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen across the street, and I can't be anything but grateful.
We got rid of about 10 tons of stuff yesterday.
Wow.
I mean, imagine that, 10 tons on the first day. It really is unheard of. So the plan for today, Tim, is we're gonna go across the street where Nathan's staying at that property, and we're gonna start cleaning out that yard, okay? I'm gonna have some of my guys stay here because we're getting an empty dumpster delivered right now, and the rest will be over there with us as you make decisions. Does that part sound good?
Sounds good.
Let's get over there and get started, okay?
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
What about this trash can? Go.
Let's see. Probably should keep the mop.
This?
We'll keep that and keep this.
This looks pretty gross.
This lawnmower stays, but all of these mowers and pump, well, maybe I should keep the pump. This goes with something we're saving.
How much would you get for it?
Probably $750.
I would love to see one of these online in this condition, rusted and everything for $750.
Oh, no, you won't see it for that $750. It's got to be painted. It's got to be, dressed up.
This is where your hang-up is, man.
You don't understand my way of working.
This is your way of working.
I mean-
Your mind is your worst enemy, my friend. We're going around the pool, one more time, making a second pass, but he's still holding on to way too much stuff. It doesn't even look like we did anything back here.
I saw a, what do you call it? A 2x4, a 10-foot 2x4. And it was going into the dumpster. And I'm wondering, do I need to be over here, you guys?
Steve, I mean, what is so amazing when you look around here, look at how much stuff is here, and tens of thousands of pounds, tons have gone, and look at it still.
Tim, why don't you come over and have a conversation with us, okay? So my concern, Tim, is when code enforcement comes back tomorrow, this isn't gonna be acceptable, obviously. We had a lot of issues with Tim getting him on the same page as us. You know, he wanted to keep so much more than he promised us in the beginning. It seems like every day it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
When I see a brand new piece of 2x4, 10-foot long, come into this dumpster, I ask you to save usable materials. You think
Tim, I looked at that piece of wood. It's harder than the nail itself, and it's warped. Now, what are you going to use it for?
It's a perfectly good piece of wood, and when you're using a nail gun, it doesn't matter that it's hard.
I don't want to argue about that.
Well, then
small. I need to get this job
then don't
done
argue.
for you.
Then don't argue. But
that means you want me to save the end off of that pallet.
Don't be ridiculous, bro.
No, you're being ridiculous.
You don't understand that I know what helps me. Wouldn't you think I would know what helps me?
This pile, these 2 yards,
no, bro,
don't help you.
Come on, bro.
They don't help Wilhelmina.
No, bro,
they
don't go
help
there.
Your
you
family.
know that's all
no.
BS. Yeah.
How many different times have we come here and helped clean up? And it's
Twice.
turned back the same way.
Twice, and I let it happen, and I regretted it afterwards, but, you know, it is what it is.
Well, you're probably going to regret this.
One second, look in this room and give me a percentage of what you think's gonna go. Give me a percentage.
I'm working on it. I think we're probably gonna end up keeping 50%, God almighty.
And what are you gonna do with 50% of this stuff? It's not gonna make any change in this house.
Yeah, it's gonna be out of the house.
Where, in your yard?
For now, until I get a different place for it.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have code enforcement come tomorrow and have it worse than it was when they left a couple days ago. What's the point? Tim, you gotta save yourself, man. I can't do it. Have you take advantage of the couple days that we have left while we're here to make the most progress.
Well,
and
if we empty out the house, that'll be the most progress.
It's the wrong kind of progress.
In your mind.
We're fueling.
Not in my mind.
Fueling the disorder that we
No,
have.
that's baloney.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Any attempt to help him understand that this is a mental health condition, that the way he's been doing things hasn't worked, and that we have an opportunity to help him to grow, to better understand why he's in this situation, he continues to just push back. He's not interested in changing, he's interested in holding on to his stuff.
It's not like this is our first hoarding case. We know if we move a million things out here, they're gonna stay here. One person is not gonna go through all this and make sense of it. They can't.
I'm not gonna be forced into doing something that I know in my heart is not right. So call me a hoarder. I'm a hoarder.
So Corey, we didn't come here just to relocate stuff. So where are we at?
Goodbye.
Absolutely not. We changed the plan a few times to meet your goals.
Well, wait, you didn't have that plan with me.
Plan
no,
was
the plan started
when
when
I
you were
originally
here.
met you. What was the plan? I want to
plan
let it
started-
all go. Both yards, both houses, empty
and
everything.
I do.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you
but
can
we're
say
not going to
goodbye.
move all this out,
You
and
can
we're
say
not going to
goodbye.
fill this up.
Then
so code
say
enforcement
goodbye.
comes back.
Say goodbye, and I really appreciate you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Are you having regrets about some of the things that you let go of?
I'm having regrets about the whole process.
Do you want to expand on that at all?
Not really.
Do you regret the work that we did do and got, I think the total number of dumpsters will be 8 when it's all said and done. Taking 8 dumpsters away, is that a positive?
Did you hear what I said? I regret the process.
Okay.
I regret the way you manipulate things.
Explain how we manipulated you, because I'd love to hear that.
Well, you've done it over and over again. You should know how you do it. You put stuff that goes in some barrels, you put stuff that stays, and then you say, rationalize for us why you keep this stuff.
That's not manipulation.
Well, sure
That's
it is.
questioning your way of thinking that has gotten you to this position.
Well, and you can say that.
There's no manipulation when I question why it's here and why you need it to live a
there's
better, healthier
manipulation
life.
when you lay that out like that and say, okay, instead of listening when I say what I want to do with
I just want you to know that's our job here.
Okay,
We're not
well,
just...
thank you for doing your job. I want you to know you're doing a great job. By the way, I don't like the confrontation either. Well, I feel like just withdrawing and just let it take its course. Whatever happens, happens.
What I don't want to do is, if you're going to be disengaged today, is continue doing anything. Because we're here to help you, not just clean up, but learn and grow and change from this experience. And that's not going to happen if you're hiding in the house or disengaged even outside.
Tim, your voice is important. And at this point, we don't want to further perpetuate a negative experience. And we've talked already about how difficult it is to clean up this property in such a short amount of time. So we want to defer to you. Are you up for this last day?
Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear that. Let's get started.
All right, you guys, we made it to the end. As difficult as this process was, we were able to remove right around 40 tons of stuff from both properties. So that's huge. It really is. So Officer O'Connor's here from Code Enforcement. She's already taken a look around. So what do you think?
Honestly, just on first glance, it looks so much better. Just on first glance, it looks leaps and bounds better than before.
So you're happy with this property, but there's one across the street we still got to look at, right?
Let's take a look.
A little different?
A little bit.
And this is after we took out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different look than the other properties, so.
So as far as the crisis of Code Enforcement being on him at this property, we're far from that being fixed.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you guys. We appreciate
Ditto.
having you out here.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Ooh,
Man,
What a difference, huh?
beautiful.
looks good.
Thank you,
Very,
Tim.
You're
very
welcome.
nice. When I walked into the kitchen and got a chance to look around and see the living room all cleaned up, it was awesome.
Tim, I want to personally thank you because you were on the brink of kicking us out twice. So
True.
You hung in there and it paid off. I hope you feel it paid off.
While I'm disappointed in some ways, I am extremely grateful for what you have done. So there have been challenges all along in this process for me, but the biggest challenge for me was to realize that it wasn't just about me and what I wanted, but about the process and letting it do its work.
The journey with us is not going to end because we are going to offer you one of the organizers that was here to come back and continue to help you. And we're also going to offer you aftercare therapy. And we wanted to find out if you want to take advantage of these additional services that we want to give you. I have somebody already lined up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we should meet with them, don't you think, hon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, we'll meet with them. What a blessing. Didn't turn out as well as I wanted, but it's still a blessing. Massive blessing. And I appreciate it so much. Brings a tear to my eye because I feel so blessed.
Best of luck to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
My name is Millie, and my addiction, without a shadow of a doubt, would be flowers and plants. The plants are the main thing I have that make me happy. I feel like if it's pretty on the outside, nobody's gonna know what's on the inside.
I'm Jessica, and I'm Millie's oldest daughter. When you walk in the side door, it's just packed. You can barely get in. You don't see chairs, you don't see, a couch. We used to tease that it was the Addams family house because that's what it looked like.
I do have some collections.
I would describe my mom as being in denial.
I feel that I have some really cool stuff.
But I don't think she has any idea what's really in there.
I am Chelsea. I'm 17 years old, and I'm the youngest daughter of Millie. My first memory of the house was running through, jumping over piles of clothes and cans and rubbish.
I've said that my mom has chosen her junk over her kids and grandkids.
Now I live with my grandpa in St. Clair Shores for almost a year now.
I want my kids and my grandbabies. I want them here. I want them in my face.
I feel like my mom has an excuse for everything. I mean, she's always said that. In order for me to move back to my mom's house, she has to want to change.
I absolutely want my daughter to move back home.
I would like to build a relationship with my mom again, but if my mom doesn't clean up her stuff, we're all done.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. This family is pretending like there's no problem. But you know what? Underneath all of this is sizzling, seething anger.
No, could you kind of be a little bit careful, please? I do have breakable stuff.
I'm Dr. Michael Tompkins. I'm a psychologist, and I specialize in the treatment of hoarding and OCD.
I will kill someone.
As we started working right off the bat, actually, some of the people broke some things.
I just feel like it's just like my kids, just break it, and then it has to go.
It's not just about a thing. I think she sees it as kind of an extension of herself.
Because to them, it's all junk. It's not all junk.
Okay, team meeting outside right away.
Even though it may look like junk to us, still treat it like it's something very important.
She's out there right now, digging through.
Okay, what's she digging through, the trash? Millie is kind of hanging over at the trash. Nothing can go past me because I really need to make sure nothing goes on the truck that's not trash.
The pictures, is that the problem? What?
No,
That's one from your mom.
Just go back and work on
I don't
what
want to
you're-
stress you out, Mom.
You're making it worse.
Did I happen to mention nothing left the property today?
Just want it to be better. I want you to be better. This is an opportunity.
I understand that. I am older than you.
Makes me mad. Like, what am I here for? Why am I cleaning your house?
I'm not your child.
This is not how I wanted to start my morning. Okay, sweet pea. You're still sorting in the trash. Not over there, but here. Either we commit to filling at least one truck by noon, or we need to put it all back.
I have a friend coming to help me pick out certain things to make you happy, to get rid of the rest of it.
It's not to make me happy. I'd like you to have your daughter in this house.
Well, absolutely.
Two CPUs, you say you have to keep them?
Yes.
All right. Are you keeping the lampshades?
Yes.
And is it you want to keep it or give it away?
Yes, that is a happy light.
Expired foods. Stop.
I just want to see what it is.
I know. We got stuck on some really old canned food. It's been on the porch for a year. By all means, I'll pull it out of the trash and let you save it and eat it. But I'm not done yet. Sewing machines. We've got 10 sewing machines here. Sewing shops don't have this many.
These are not something I'm willing to give, not even one up.
And when Jolynn presented the rock to Millie,
she won't let go of this rock.
No, Jolynn.
You can't believe her sister can't throw out a rock. We have a situation.
I'm ready to leave over a stupid rock.
Too bad.
It's a rock. It means nothing.
It means something. Okay, then get your ass out of here.
Mom, that rock means more to you than your stinking sister.
Oh.
Listen, don't leave.
We had a plan to come in and do over this entire house.
Do you see how you're treating everybody else?
This little piece stopped the whole process. Millie wouldn't get rid of it, and the whole family flipped out.
Get out of here.
I'm not getting out of here. I'm gonna go empty your room because if you can't do it, somebody has to do it for you.
I would do it.
And because we had this huge fiasco of a fight, Millie shut down. I'd like for you to try to get rid of as much as you possibly can. Anything at all that you can say, yes, Dorothy, I'll give it away.
Yes.
Good, bring it on. So which one would you do?
This middle one.
Give me something else. I want you to be tough on yourself. Good job. Give me one lamp out of all these, if you can.
You guys have said a lot of hard things to each other, but today, what we're trying to do is a day of healing to really try to bring you together.
So, let's go. Through the front door. Wow. Go on in.
I was proud of my mom when we went in the house to see her face. I know that she felt good.
Doesn't smell like the cat. Oh, wow.
I went shopping in your backyard for this makeover.
It was amazing. Everything looked beautiful and organized.
Oh,
nice.
my goodness.
So cute. We were so inspired to create a bedroom for Chelsea.
Oh my gosh, that looks gorgeous.
It looks very nice.
I miss you guys.
It's the first hug I've seen. When you get a hug like that from your mom, what's that like?
I don't know, rare.
It's rare.
There was this moment in which I really think your daughters and your sister began to doubt whether you were willing to let go of more. And it all centered around this rock. This is an invitation to let people know you're willing to continue this journey by letting go of the rock. Give it away. Let it go.
Throw it.
Throw it.
I really want this rock. And I do resent the behavior that was displayed yesterday.
It was a major disappointment.
To me, that really represents just how deep Millie is into her illness. Chelsea's 17. She's at the cusp of emancipating herself and moving out. But I think she needs a place to launch from, and that I think we provided.
If Millie sticks with the aftercare, there is a possibility that Chelsea can have a normal life. She deserves it.
I'm Billy Bob, and I'm a retired creative director. This is sulfite. I was born to shop. I used to be just happy with a few things, but the more neat things I got, the happier I got. And the happier I got, then I wanted to be more happier.
Here's Barbara Streisand. Looks just like her, too.
I love toys. They're funny, you know, they do all kinds of things. They're neat. And as soon as I get done with this today, I'm probably gonna go collect some more. Wanna go with me?
I'm June, I'm Billy Bob's wife. I don't let him bring it in. I'm working all day, and he just goes rummaging and shopping by himself.
Well, quite frankly, I snuck it in on her a little bit at a time. Every time she would come in and I would have something new, and I'd sit there, she'd go, "Where'd you have that?" I said, "Oh, I had it out in the garage."
If something's on sale, whether he needs it or he doesn't, he'll buy it. Any bargain he can get. Billy Bob loves bargains.
My name is April, and Billy Bob is my dad. I am very uncomfortable with the life that my dad's leading right now. His arthritis is so bad in his legs that he really can't walk very far. Just getting around, when all you have is pathways, I mean, you can't get through the house.
And I'm one of these kind of guys that I can't turn sideways because I'm the same size sideways as I am forward. I'm a big man who cuts a wide path.
He's fallen down a couple times, which is really hard for me because I can't pick Billy Bob up.
It's an absolute necessity. He needs to be able to get in and out of the house, to be able to move around, to be normal in his home. This is it. This is my final attempt to mend the relationship and to get him the help that he needs. I'm not gonna do it again.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We are here this morning to help Billy Bob and his family restore functionality to his home. I'm Darnita L. Payton. I'm a life management specialist. We have the 1-800-GOT-JUNK crew and some professional organizers here to help us today. We also have Billy, an online auctioneer, who's going to help Billy Bob sell some of his things. So, Bill, if you can tell us a little bit about that process.
Sure. Billy Bob, you know, our goal here is to get you the maximum amount of money by exposing it to a worldwide audience and get you some extra cash so you can use it for some great things.
So, Billy Bob, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
My name is Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in compulsive hoarding and OCD. Is everybody ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
You think this one's worth anything, Billy Bob?
I don't know. I think you should put all the games in one pile and let Bill decide how he's going to group them together to sell, that kind of stuff.
There are a handful of items that look like they could have some decent collectible value. I can't say that we've had a wow moment where we've pulled something out of a box and gone, holy cow.
I want to keep that. This is a talking mirror.
Will you use it and talk to it?
I can talk to myself.
Okay, how about Mr. Eminem?
It's M&M. I want to keep that.
Paul Bunyan.
I want to keep that.
Book on ghosts?
Yeah.
How about the rest of the stuff in here? Can it go?
This goes to a game.
Will we ever be able to find the game?
This goes to a
Hey,
game.
now, Corey, come here for a second.
Let me hold your key.
What do you think about your dad keeping a talking mirror and a Fisher-Price flashlight?
I really don't think there's a need for it. I'm just trying to keep my cool and not let everything boil.
I'm keeping it.
Why?
It's Hot Wheel. It's mine.
Tell me what you're thinking, Corey.
This is frustration. I mean, it's just we're working to get the stuff out. Keep the, you know, it's. I'm cool. I'm cool for a minute.
We've got to get rid of this stuff.
Huh?
We've got to get rid of this stuff.
We're gonna get rid of it, honey, but we're gonna do it the best way. Bill's deciding what he's gonna take. Everything else, I'm gonna sell.
He changed the entire plan. Initially, he said 90% would go, and then he said, well, I didn't mean it would go in these next few days. I meant it would go sometime in the future.
I mean, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but a lot of your things are not worth much.
We said we were gonna get the stuff out there and then we were gonna sort it.
Like, he thinks there's value to every single thing. There's stuff he's pulling out of boxes he don't even know what it is. I don't understand it. I don't understand the mentality, and I'm very, very frustrated.
We're going to get rid of stuff. I'm sorry, but you can be mad, but you're
I
just
don't
going to
think
be...
I recommend that, but you can do what you want.
Oh, what do you mean? You don't recommend it?
Exactly what I said. Did I stutter?
Hey.
Don't look at me in that tone.
Can you talk to me?
Leave me the f alone for 10 minutes.
Okay. You know how badly this is hurting your children. You have to know this. You have to know this is killing them inside to see their mother living like this.
I ain't gonna put up with them threatening, Mom.
Huh?
I ain't gonna put up with that man threatening me.
Honey, I know that's what you're upset about, but he's not going to do anything. He just talks. Been with him a long time, and I've never
Guys
been
are totally
afraid.
pissing me off now. Now we're at that point. Now we've reached it.
You know what? That fat mother.
You guys made a mistake. The answer is not get the thing done in 2 days by throwing everything away.
I did not throw anything away that didn't need to be thrown away. I think that your thought process as to what is valuable and what isn't valuable is a little bit demented.
I don't care if my perspective seems demeaning to other people. I have a plan, I have a goal. The way that this is going to come down is the first thing that I need somebody to do is to go upstairs and staple the insulation back up on the roof. After that, I need the stuff that's in the middle aisle to be hauled out of there. Then I need the area swept.
I'm not sure we're here to sweep your attic.
Would you let me speak? When we get done with that, you guys ain't gonna like this, but the stuff that I'm gonna keep is going back upstairs in the middle aisle. I don't care what any of you got to say about it. This is not your show. This is the Billy Bob Show, and that's the way it's gonna be from now on.
We only have a couple days to get this house in order, so when Billy Bob changes the entire plan, which is basically sabotaging what we're here to do, it's really upsetting. June, where's your voice in this? Because I'm not hearing that you have a voice.
We just need to back off for a while and take things a little more slowly. But he is going to get rid of it.
I'm doing what I said I'm going to do. Those that don't want to follow the plan, you are excused.
We can't have the Billy Bob Show. We have a set plan. That's setting him up for failure. We can't do that.
Goodbye.
Right now, he's not ready to listen to anybody.
We have to be heard, and we have to be respected, too.
I agree.
It's a two-way street.
Well, you know, the reality is his plan hasn't worked as to date.
And our goal is still the same. We want him to be able to move around in his home.
Yeah.
He could have done it, he would have done it.
He's always in control, and if he's not in control, he freaks out.
He thinks
So,
he's in control.
in his mind...
Today, he's not going to have that. We can't allow it.
Okay, where's Benita?
Darnita.
Whatever.
Watch
The 800 guys are coming with me upstairs to remove the junk that's in the middle of the aisle.
No, they're not.
You're excused. You can go home. I don't need you anymore.
You know, when Billy Bob feels that he's losing control, he likes to bark at people and control everything. That's fine, but they're under what I do.
Get off my property.
So,
goodbye.
Guys.
Goodbye.
Don't. So he barks and he expects us to acquiesce, and that's not how we do things.
Goodbye.
That's fine. If I go, they go with me.
Go.
So, fellas, being mean doesn't get your house cleaned. He can't come waving his cane telling us what we are and are not going to do.
Right, I understand that.
If he wants to welcome us back onto the property, he'll make the decisions, but we have a plan laid out that we have to work within.
We've got an entire tent full of stuff that their house can't hold.
That has to come back in if a decision is not made.
Let me go talk to him and then tell him that, all right?
Works for me.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
You need to go downstairs and talk to them. We cannot run the show.
Our goal has never changed. We want to make sure that you can walk freely, roll freely through your home. So are you going to work with us?
Let's get this stuff going.
After being banished from the property, Billy Bob and I had our come to Jesus moment. Everything's back on track.
Where's Billy Bob?
I think he's in his room.
Excuse me? Anybody get along with their father 100%? No. You have disagreements, and it's over with. What's in there?
Empty.
This one goes.
He gave it away.
What is that?
That's a bobblehead.
You can part with this.
I don't know if I can.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Here, let's have Bill look at it.
Gone. Bye-bye. What was this?
Pez dispensers from the 50s when they first started to produce them. Those are pretty collectible. It's probably $1,000 to $1,200 worth of stuff packed into the van here that we felt like we could really take and sell.
I actually want to keep that.
Dad, you got so many stools. Seriously, please let it go.
Whatever.
Okay, go, take it.
Quit
Thank
bothering me.
you.
I'm trying to work here.
Thank you. I feel really good about the progress.
It's out of here.
And he's promised me also that no more is coming in the house. So I gotta leave, okay? But I am really proud of you.
Okay,
You've done amazing.
There's no question that Billy Bob has made hundreds and hundreds of decisions once he was able to sit down and work. Hopefully going forward, he will see the need to continue on with therapy and understand that it truly is a mental health condition.
We can eat at the dining room table, and she's been looking forward to having that space opened up.
Now I can have room to do something instead of trying to maneuver around and go through a little goat path.
I know I can proceed with the ramp going up the side and get the wheelchair in and out. I needed to do what I did, and we did it. Cut. Bye.
I'm James. I'm a retired policeman. Some old men go to casinos. Some old men go fishing. My enjoyment is going out to yard sales and swap meets. I see this thing or that thing, and it don't need to be going to the dump. And so I bring it home and tinker with it. And that's why I got stuff like this. Everything has a use. You just gotta know what to do with it.
My name is Michelle, and I'm James's daughter. I'm not sure if there's a definition for hoarder, but if there was, he'd most definitely fall into it. He brings everything in, and then nothing ever goes out again.
My name is Phyllis, and I'm Jimmy's wife. There's hammers, there's axes, there's hay hooks. If he sees a beautiful tool, he'll pick it up and bring it home.
I thought maybe I'd have a little resale shop or thrift store or something like that, but it never seemed to work out.
My name is Gina. I'm the Assistant City Attorney. The issue is cut and dry. James's property has been declared a public nuisance. It just needs to be cleaned up.
Somebody else who doesn't have his tendencies would just say, oh, sure, you know, I made a mess, I'll clean it up. But he's probably one of the most stubborn people I've ever met in my life.
I live in America. You own property. You pay the taxes on it. People, they have the right to live there as they please.
After over 3 years of allowing James to informally try to clean up his property, the city determined that it was in its best interest to file a lawsuit to spur some kind of actual response.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Corey Chalmers, and I'm an extreme hoarding cleanup specialist. We're all gathered today to help James, who's facing a very serious crisis. The city's coming down on you. They've given you a deadline in which the majority of this stuff has to be removed. So we have a lot of resources coming to help you. To clean up James' property, we're gonna have a 60-yard bin delivered, and that's just gonna be for all the scrap metal. We're gonna have 4 junk trucks that are gonna be hauling away about 2,000 pounds each every time we fill it. This is gonna be a huge undertaking. All right, so you guys all ready to do this? All right, let's get started.
My name is Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. We got started this morning, and right off the top, James says everything can go. James, is there anything in here that you want to keep?
Nah, I'm sorry.
So far, he's showed no emotion about getting rid of his stuff. Does it bother you seeing all this stuff on the truck? No? He doesn't want to deal with the pain, he doesn't want to deal with the hurt, and he doesn't want to deal with the loss. So he keeps deflecting by not answering my questions, singing
Red River Valley.
He doesn't want to face his emotions about what's going on here. So he gets funny.
Let it go. Let it be.
James, how is it that you haven't been able to let anybody
Holy
take...
Mary said to me.
James, you're killing me.
They want you to go through your thought process so they can help you change it.
Yeah, I'll work on it tomorrow, maybe.
You can't work on everything tomorrow, then nothing gets done. My father, he's in denial, absolutely. I'm hoping at some point the floodgate will open and he'll be able to look the beast in the face and want to do something about it. Or he can just, turn a blind eye and not deal with it.
I'm done. You guys do what you have to do.
Sorry to hear that.
What are you thinking? You're getting a little teary.
I guess I just want this to be over.
Do you know that this is not the way she wants to live, James?
Maybe not.
Michelle, what's going on?
It's just so sad. And I want to help, and I can't take over his life, and I can't lose my job to keep helping. But if he doesn't want to learn anything different, there's nothing I can do. I started crying because I saw Phyllis crying, and I realized how much she doesn't want to live this way. Then I thought, how would I feel if I had somebody that I was in love with who was doing this to me? It's pretty tragic.
Immediately upon stepping inside of the house, I was overwhelmed. It was filled with trash and rotting food.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. That's a cantaloupe that has been deteriorating for Lord knows how long, and your refrigerator is filled with maggots. Oh, Lord. Oh, Phyllis. There were cobwebs and spiders and other vermin that had clearly been running around and defecating. You can't keep living like this, and I know it's very hard for you to assert yourself and to stand up for yourself. And, you know, when all your efforts to clean up your home are being undermined, it's time to get some outside support.
That's what we're doing. Oh, we're trying to help.
At this point, cleaning out the house is way too big a job for us to do with the time that we have left. So we're going to arrange for aftercare services to have a crew come back and help them clean out the inside of their home.
Hey, what about this? It's an old mitt.
But all it needs is a little bit of that oil, what do you call it? Needs to put oil on it. It'd be fixed up just perfectly. That's a nice mitt.
It's a child size.
So?
So you don't have any children anymore. Good job. What about this caulking gun?
Yeah, throw it away. Toss it.
So finally, James is taking responsibility. He's actually being able to pick the stuff up and make decisions.
Just throw it away.
But there's a lot of work still to do in the backyard. We have to clean it up and just get rid of it all so the city will be satisfied.
Knock her down.
We're demolishing the building that James had hoped and dreamed would be a retail shop. I look down at him. He's got a smile on his face. I'm really blown away by this because when I first met him, he was in tears, thinking about letting go of all of his stuff, all of his hopes and dreams. What are you feeling right now, James?
You gotta let go. You gotta let go of things.
Are you feeling sad?
Feeling more futuristic about what I'm gonna do after this, you know, and what things are gonna be like after it's done.
We've made a lot of progress. We've removed 8 dump trucks full of stuff, averaging about 2,000 pounds each, and we removed 2 recycling bins that were 60 yards, probably 7 tons each.
I'm glad to see all this stuff gone away from here so we can go out in the yard and have a barbecue.
Hopefully at this point the city's off his back and that pressure is off him and he'll find his will to live again. And if he finds that, then I feel like job well done, job accomplished.
I'm Deborah, and I'm a medical lab technician. I have 5 kids, 4 boys and a girl. I worked third shift for like 21 years, and I haven't been able to keep a house for many years.
I'm Raymond. Deborah is my wife. The piles of clothing in our room sometimes reach the ceiling.
The things that I kind of like to collect are mostly clothes. My hobby is kind of shopping.
Deborah is a shopaholic.
Shopping makes me feel good, just because I get out. It's like an adventure. This is a pretty belt. What did you like about it? I like the color and I like the bling.
Sometimes Deborah will purchase things and sort of sneak it into the house where no one knows that she did buy things. I think that's part of the reason that she loses things. She's not too sure where she hid it.
I'm Derek, and Deborah's my mom. She is constantly ordering off the TV channels. Every single day, it's almost like there's another package at the front door. I think she likes the satisfaction of having something new.
I've wasted a lot of money, $30,000 or more.
$30,000 is a low figure. Deborah's credit card debt is probably closer to $50,000. I would like to stay together to help the children. I don't want my children to have a broken home, even though technically it's a broken home already.
For security reasons, I want to stay married. Do we really love each other? Probably not. Could we, get back? I don't know.
Time's running out. If Deborah continues down the path of being a hoarder, she's probably going to lose me and her family. I will seek a divorce.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger, professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. Got a big clothing hoard today. It's crazy.
It's actually going pretty well, so my mom hasn't freaked out yet, I don't think.
This isn't really that junked, Ray. I mean, it's still a good toy. Save this and one of these in case there's a grandchild.
It's broken.
I mean, if I go somewhere, all I need is a little tiny chair.
It's junk, and you got to realize that.
Well, I don't want to go out and buy a new one. I want this. They don't want any balls?
No.
They didn't want any of these bats?
No.
We honestly don't want to argue.
I know,
okay?
and I really don't want to say stuff we're not going to get to children. That's
so,
right.
I don't want to discuss it.
Of course not.
So here's what I want you to get. 20,000 pieces of clothing are right here. Each of us are going to take a corner. I'm gonna make a pile of keep, give away, keep, give away. Ray has a pile over there. Can you trust him enough?
No.
Okay.
This is gonna take forever, Dorothy.
Yep. Who wears this?
My nephew's daughter will wear that.
We don't have time for you to think about this.
Well, I'll give it to her. Why throw away a brand new thing?
Because you don't have space.
I understand, but I'll just give it to her. It's not like a problem.
I've cleared out all the bedrooms, but the whole rest of the house now is full again. And so is the outside, and so is the garage, and so is the shed. This is your master bedroom. All that way, all the way to the TV set. You've got to share some of the work. You can't see it all. What I would like to do is excuse myself from this. I'd like for you to stay here together and come up with a plan on how you would get rid of some of this.
These boxes are taller than you. Some of this has got to go. I don't think Deborah realizes that we are on a timetable.
I wouldn't throw this away. Even though it's got dust on it, I would shake it out and use it because I can't even find this in the store anymore.
And we can't buy anything that looks like real flowers. She wants to save it. I probably wouldn't. But once again, it's very difficult to talk to Deborah because she doesn't want to listen. What's it good for?
I'll just take it out. You know what? I'm not even arguing with you. Don't keep saying no, no, no. If it's important to me, that's what it is. Ray, you don't even know.
Yes,
you don't even know what might be important to me. You have no clue.
Everything. Look at the house.
No, but I'm just saying.
Every single piece is,
you know what?
is important to you. 100% of everything is important to you.
Can we stop for a second? You guys are talking but not communicating. I'm Dr. Melva Green. I'm a board-certified psychiatrist specializing in anxiety disorders and hoarding behaviors.
I can never voice my whole opinion because you shut it down all the time.
Translation, I don't feel heard, Ray.
You're exactly right. I don't feel heard.
You're heard. The thing is that you never listen to us.
Translation, I never feel heard.
This is very true. You never listen to us.
Do you really want this? Because this is what it's gonna take. It's gonna take a lot of practice. Are you willing to do the work? I gave them a way out.
I can't think of a reason why not. I want to go forward with this.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they're saying no. We want it, even if it means we have to fight through it to get it. Good job.
Good.
Good job.
It was a big day for Deborah because she actually gave up control to all of us, the organizers and the 1-800-GOT-JUNK team. We were doing it for her, and her family was doing it with her. That's a really different experience for Deborah. Deborah got rid of about 15,000 pieces of clothing. Pretty darn good.
Wow, it's different.
This is just fantastic. There's no other way to describe it, but it's absolutely fantastic. This is the dining room.
Well, this is really nice.
The house was just full of hoard, and today the hoard is gone, and it's just free space.
It was bright and it was white. I really liked the colors of the wallpaper. I mean, because the wallpaper was about like $1,000. It's just not my color. It's just not my color white. I really hate white. The pinks and the mint green, they make me happy. I really am upset with the bathroom because I really love the pink. Everything that I really loved in my house is gone. This is horrible. I hate this whole bathroom. I hate it.
And so
no, I mean,
decided...
I hate it. To me, it's horrible. I mean, it's horrible.
Deborah really wanted Dorothy to get her. Dorothy couldn't read her mind, and that brought up for Deborah all the disappointments of the past. And I know this disappointment is about being chronically disappointed. It's okay.
I hate to surprise you. I hate to, but you don't understand. I've never liked surprises. I've never liked Christmas. I've never liked surprises.
I know. It's been a roller coaster. You know, you've got this beautiful transformed space, and Deborah's bawling her eyes out. Been disappointed so much. I know. Looking at her, the average person would think, what a jerk. But this is the illness. When you move their things around or when you attempt to transform their space, you see something different than what they see.
I'm Anne, and I really love Christmas. It's just a lot of fun. People come over and they ooh and ah over your trees, and you take joy and pride in knowing that you did that. It's a creative thing. But we don't have people over for Christmas anymore. We can't because we have so much stuff.
I'm Scott, and Ann is my wife. This house is absolutely a disaster. It honestly looks like Christmas just threw up all over the house. I haven't taken down the decorations myself for, I'd say, roughly 7 or 8 years now. I can't get to them because of all the other stuff that is in the way. The kitchen is completely covered in boxes and mail and just debris. You can't use the bathroom downstairs. There's a path that goes through all the stuff that she's purchased in the house. It's horrible, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
I love shopping. working at the mall, you're there. You don't have to drive anywhere to go shopping. You're already at the mall, and it just builds up. That's why it's so messy.
A hoarder working in a retail store in the mall is basically like an alcoholic working in a bar. She can't control herself. She has spent roughly $60,000, $70,000 easily on bath products and purses that are just sitting there in bags around the house. She just gets hysterical whenever I throw things out. She would go and get them out of the trash and bring them back in.
I do want to get it cleared out to a point, but I want to make sure that I keep what I want to at the same time, because it is my stuff, it is my house.
I feel like she's prioritizing her stuff over my health, that I should just watch where I'm going. I told Ann that if she was not going to clean up, that I was going to end up just leaving. I'm at my wit's end. I can't take it anymore.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Standalyn Robertson, a certified professional organizer. I'd like to start in this room. Tell me what I'm going to find.
Purses and beauty products. And the Christmas, obviously.
Okay. The harder you work, the more we can get done.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. What I'm seeing is a compulsive shopper.
Thank you.
I mean, to have a house so filled with perfume, lotions, makeup, clothes, that's all impulsiveness. None of this is stuff that you even need to survive. This is all luxury. So why don't you just start making decisions of what can have new homes to make someone else happy?
Keep.
I thought the plan was you were going to tell me what could go.
Okay. Keep.
Just tell me the ones that are going.
Donate that.
How do the donates feel? Does it feel good?
No.
Why does it feel hard?
Because it's brand new product and I spent my hard-earned money to buy it.
Is it fair to say when you bought it, you didn't need it?
I still like it, and it might be a good deal.
Is it a good deal? If you can't walk in your house, is it still a good deal?
No, not if you put it like that.
Well, that's the way I want you to think. Is it a good deal if it smells sweet and looks good, but it's in the middle of my relationship?
Yeah.
If you don't absolutely love it, it can't stay. What's unique about this job? It's so many little things. We're talking about thousands of bottles. It would take her years to go through that. Unless she turns over some of the decisions, we won't get this done.
Keep.
I can't even stand in this hall at all. Not without standing on something.
Scott's been a lot more emotional today. He was so angry. He was like shaking.
It's such a waste. $30 bottle of lotion. Wow. Okay. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them just 5 of them right there. I mean.
That whole rack had thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, easily.
Okay, I have someone all lined up to take it, okay?
Okay, all right.
Be really careful.
I got it. Yep.
They have so much stuff in their house that it is sucking the life out of the family. In order to pull off a project of this magnitude, we need Ann to give us decisions we can make without her. We have to get this done. And I need you to help me figure out what that strategy is. What's our plan?
The tubs that are upstairs that have all the old stuff that we emptied out,
Right.
we're dumping all of it. Once she fills those up, all the other stuff just goes.
With the bath stuff, yeah, candles don't go there.
She's gonna get 1 box of candles, and then once that box is full, done. I want to be able to walk in front of my bed, and I don't want the Christmas trees gone. I want them gone.
And you're okay with filling the box and being done with it?
Can you just give me a minute, please? Please.
Can you just tell us what's going on?
I just want a private moment, please, okay?
This is one of the main goals of this project, is to get the trees down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What will that mean to you?
Freedom from Christmas. Taking down the Christmas tree was absolutely phenomenal. I'm so glad to see the house without Christmas. It feels like an actual house again.
This is staying. That's a nutcracker candle. I bought it to go with that candle holder.
And no more candles.
No, that's for decor. It's nutcracker.
I'm very aggravated. I set her guidelines. You get 1 box of candles, and now she's saying that she wants to keep other candles, which is just defeating the purpose.
I want that.
You upset?
Yeah, it's very aggravating.
So that's a snapshot of what you're going to be experiencing. This is an opportunity with our support for you to practice asserting yourself, you know, insisting she let it go.
Yeah.
All right? Okay.
The candle, it needs to go.
No, that candle's staying. I gave up the other candles that were sitting there. No. No.
I give up. Fighting a useless battle.
It's okay. You did okay.
At this point, I'd like to throw the candle across the room, but...
The other thing you could do is you could say, look, this isn't about the candle. This is about our relationship. And if you care about our relationship, you'll let go of that candle.
Okay. All right.
Okay, here he comes asking about the candle again.
Maybe the two of you can not talk about the thing a little bit. Maybe the two of you can talk about what's going on in between the two of you. I mean, how are you feeling about Anne's choices?
It does affect our relationship. It does, with all the stuff.
That's been said, so I don't think one can't. I think you're getting hung up on something.
Okay. All right.
Are we agreed?
We're agreed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to get Scott to actually assert himself, and he just couldn't do it. If he's not able to set limits around her stuff, he's not going to be able to manage his safety in that house.
I thought we were taking Christmas down.
Yeah.
Is this what I think it is?
No.
How we're gonna, yeah, it is. It's a candle. Things are not going as we expected. So Dr. Tompkins and I really need to come up with a plan B for Scott. I want to give you your own room, your own bed that's safe with a clear path.
We want to give you a place to defend.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
From
great.
the stuff.
That sounds great.
Okay.
I love that idea.
All right. So it's really important
Yeah.
for you to kind of stand your ground. You're not asking for a lot here.
I'm not. That's not too much to ask, to be able to have a space.
Right.
Bust a move.
All right, let's do it. We're going to give him his own room. At least he'll be safe there. But the battle for him is going to be the relentless protection of that room from Anne's stuff. His life depends upon him asserting himself and protecting himself in this home.
We're at the end of the day. Our team has done a pretty good job of clearing some space.
Yes.
So right now, just having the freedom to walk through the house, that's the luxury that you have now.
I think it looks great.
It looks
Especially
great now.
Right now.
Yeah. There's only one concern, and that is the amount of stuff that's out on the lawn.
This is stuff that I either need to go through in my own time or I want to keep.
So is the plan that we'll just have paths on the first floor?
It may be. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Enjoy this for a few minutes, and then I will bring in a team to fill it back up. At the end of the day, it wasn't a total success, but I feel like we've created some space for Scott. If he feels empowered to be in charge of that space, who knows what will happen in the future as he gets his voice.
I'm very disappointed to see the stuff that went outside coming back in, but I'm gonna stay. I feel safe in the house now. There is actually a clear path for me to be able to go to the bathroom, for me to be able to go to bed and get up in the morning without hitting anything or stepping on her junk. And I won't let her take over the house like she has done before. She will not do this again.
Gloves, belt, final touches, pumpkin. I'm Sandy, and my husband Ed and I have been married for over 30 years. And we're known around the area as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Off to the North Pole we go! The kids get so excited about seeing Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Isn't that fun?
It's just neat to bring the sparkle and the sugar plums and all that comes along with Christmas. But as much as we love Christmas, I can't put up a Christmas tree.
I'm Ed, and Sandy is my wife. Our house is cluttered.
Hi, honey.
It's terrible. I don't want to invite anybody over because you don't have room to do anything. Probably 3/4 of our meals we sit on the bed and watch TV and eat because finding a comfortable place to eat is a challenge.
My kitchen is on my kitchen floor, and we can't get out my front door right now because there's treasures that are blocking it.
She's always had a tendency to do a little bit of collecting. Then over the years, it's accumulated, and I'm not very good at saying no, so I just let her do whatever she wanted to do.
Thanks, hon.
So it's not just her, it's me also.
The stuff that's around us is comfort. It's kind of like food. Instead of eating, we collect.
Part of it's heartbreaking because my dad's working at the Goodwill. Part of it's
love you.
Frustration because I know that means they're going to be shopping more and spending more at the Goodwill. It just makes you want to rip your hair out.
Have a good day.
Sandy will come in there more often because I'm working, and she'll shop, and we get a lot of things that we don't need.
It's been going on for so long that I just don't know what to say to get them to stop. If my parents continue on the same path, they will end up losing their house.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. This isn't just about cleaning a house. This is about finding the real you guys. Sandy and Ed, not Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and what can keep you happy without stuff. We can make this happen for you guys. The hard part is for you to make the decisions. Because if you can't make quick decisions on what can stay and what can go, then we can't make progress.
Yeah.
So with all this being said, are you guys ready for a clean house?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. So right now I want to have Sandy and Tracy in there with us, just seeing how they communicate. I want to learn how Sandy thinks and what she'll let go of, where she struggles, and see if we can't make a little bit of progress. I just want to learn a little bit about your thinking process. So for example, the stuff on the ottoman in front of you. Let's just talk about just those items right now.
Okay. What's a nice assortment?
So how about sharks? It's never been opened. I don't think you have any emotional attachment.
Absolutely not.
To sharks.
But what it was a gift.
It was for you or from you a gift?
For
Okay.
someone else.
Where this originally came from was when we went to Hawaii. So that's been around for almost 10 years. And
I don't know where it came from.
It's not open.
At the very least, it's been buried under a pile of clutter.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so it can go.
Go.
Okay. What is this?
Puzzles. It's children's mind games.
Okay.
Gift.
The problem is the first two things we've touched are gifts. So I have a feeling we're going to hear that term a lot.
You are. I'll get things and I'll say they're going to be presents. Just need to be wrapped to go to.
Right. It's not actually a present until you've given it to somebody.
Right.
Until then, it's just stuff in your house.
You're almost losing your house.
Right.
Why are we buying gifts for people when you can't afford to stay in your own home?
It's just my nature. That's just the person I am.
My biggest concern is that for Sandy, it's not just going to be about giving up some things. It's about giving up her identity, which is that I'm always the person who has all the gifts. She needs to recognize that her life has to be about something else besides that. Can Mrs. Claus just be a role that you play to make people happy as opposed to a life that you live?
Yes. But don't take my role away.
I do not want to be the guy who ruined Christmas, all right? I'm not Scrooge, I'm not the Grinch, but being Mrs. Claus is actually working to Sandy's detriment. That's killing her. She's going to lose her house if she keeps doing that.
Sandy?
Yeah.
We've only done half your craft room, and it is full out here.
Very full.
It literally looks like your house exploded. So it's the last day of the cleanup, and the plan of attack today is to really take on that craft room. She has so much stuff in there, and that's going to take a lot of time to sort through. So we got to start moving.
Donate, 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 donate. Keep.
Let's not throw it in the mud.
Well, you want fast. Only thing in here is the rock tumbler that needs to come out.
You haven't seen it in years, you haven't used it in years.
Yep.
Can you live without it?
Not that.
You can't live without a rock tumbler?
Nope, because it's not going to be mine.
So you're going to give it to somebody?
Yes.
It's a gift.
That has been wanting one. And I didn't know I had one to give to him.
Look, this is what I'm trying to talk about. Someone wants something and now you happen to have it doesn't mean you have to give it to them. We're trying to get rid of stuff here today. We're trying to make a difference in your life, not someone else's. That's the whole object of the conversations the last couple days about gifting. Where's Tolan? By her holding onto a rock tumbler for someone that doesn't even know she has it, just proves to me that the behavior hasn't changed, and she may continue down this road of collecting things for other people still. And that's why I wanted Dr. Tolan to come in and address it.
So what's your concern, Corey?
We're coming across things like that she still wants to gift.
Things like what?
Like the rock tumbler.
The rock tumbler.
She didn't even know she had it. They don't know she has it, so instead of getting it out of her life right now, it's gonna stay in her house, in a box to be gifted someday.
I see.
I think he's the one that needs the doctor. She wants to give it to somebody, let her give it to somebody. Big deal. To hell with everybody.
Well,
there you got it, right there.
I don't need that
there it
attitude,
is.
But
that's my attitude. They're a bunch of idiots. To hell with them. Thought they were trying to get this done, but I guess they're going to stand around all day.
You need to hold on to the memories, like the cool stuff, not a gift for somebody that they don't even know that it exists.
That is what got us here, but that's not what's going to come out at the other end of the tunnel. Things have been solved. Mindsets have been fixed.
if people don't let those emotions out at some point, they're just bottling them up like they have all along, and nothing's gonna change. So we like to see that. I'm hoping that we can use this to our advantage in the afternoon, now that all the emotion's out on the table.
Let's donate. Donate. This is all donate.
What was this basket?
Donate.
Whatever it is, get rid of it.
That's donate.
After the midday meltdown, everyone kicked it into high gear. I've never seen such fast decisions being made. She got rid of about 95% of her belongings, which is incredible.
Oh, wow.
Welcome home.
It's just amazing. Just wow.
You guys ready to see the rest of the house?
Absolutely. Oh, look at this. Oh. It's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Big crisis is the finances.
Right.
Yeah, so let's think about where some of this financial crisis came from.
The gifting and the giving.
Yes.
And I'm not doing that. I've already stopped doing that.
Tracy, do you feel like the crisis has been solved?
I think so. I think you're starting to understand that we don't need things, we need you guys. We can replace things, we can't replace you.
Just like the Who's in Whoville, I think this family has learned that the true spirit of Christmas is not about stuff. It's about being with the friends and the family that you care about.
Thank you, guys.
It was good working with you guys.
you.
My name's Patty, and I'm 48. Well, outside the home, I mean, I'm very outgoing. I do a lot with my kids, you know, at school and athletically with their sports activities.
Come look for stuff for me, for my daughter.
It's like leading a double life. I have to be one way outside of my home, and then I come inside of my home, and reality sets in. Everybody has their issues. Some of them are more visible than others. And my issue is this. Nobody knows, and I'm sure they would be very shocked. And especially since, you know, we have basically, aside from this, a very normal life.
I'm Dave, I'm Patty's husband. We've been married since 1987. Well, I think it's, in this case, Patty's hoarding is directly related to the shopping.
I'm seeing a clearance tag.
She likes to shop.
Pet egg, 3 cartridges. 5-in-1 magnetic travel game set. I'm seeing gift sets. I'm kind of a sucker for gift sets.
Well, a lot of the stuff that she purchases or has purchased over time is still in the bag that she brought it home in, still got the tags on it. New items, never been used, probably thousands of dollars. Most assuredly thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
I do have ideas as to what brought me to this point, probably issues within my marriage.
It wears on you because it tends to get in your head and you think about it all the time. You think about the impact on the kids.
It's gotten to where it's so overwhelming that it's difficult, and the deeper it's gotten, the more difficult it's become. Especially as far as the kids are concerned. They would like to have friends over. They go over to friends' houses, and they can't reciprocate. And I know it's hard for them, and it hurts them and me, and I hate it. It's a dirty little secret, which I'm ashamed of. When the kids were taken, I was in shock. My daughter and I were out running an errand, and Dave and my son were home.
He started towards the door and came and got me and said, "Dad, there's police at the door." And I thought, okay. So I went down and opened the door, and I knew immediately why they were there. I knew.
I guess someone had called in about my home, have no clue as to who. And they came with cameras in hand and inspected the house.
They walked through the house and they basically stated that the kids needed to go somewhere else.
It was the worst moment of my life. Undoubtedly the worst moment of my life, when the police parade up your street and tell you your kids have to leave.
I'm Dr. Renee Renardi. I specialize in working with people with compulsive hoarding, obsessive compulsive disorder, and other anxiety disorders.
Come on up. We'll head to the kitchen first.
Okay.
This is my messy, cluttered kitchen.
I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist, which means that I mostly teach people skills that they need to learn in order to get control over their symptoms. Are you able to cook?
Yeah, I just move the stuff off and move it around, and yeah, I know this is not ideal at all. I mean, definitely not.
Well, and it's something
the whole house isn't ideal.
But we work at it. And then you said this is your daughter's room here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like a lot of toys and clothes mostly. And
Normally, you know, she had a way to her bed, but I've just kind of been tossing stuff in there, trying to get rid of it elsewhere.
And I think that's something that we're gonna work a lot on this weekend, right? So how are you feeling about getting help from other people and having some of the crew come in and?
Relieved.
Yeah.
Very relieved. A crew's gonna be coming in to sort and organize.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I am not a therapist, but I've been doing this for over 10 years and really relate to the clients. Okay, and so I'd like to tell you a little bit about what this is. It's a hoarding job. That means we have a lot of stuff.
Feeling a little anxious, thinking of all the things that I should have gone through to make sure, you know, my pictures and my sentimental items don't get lost.
Unfortunately, like in the basement or in the garage, we'll have some critter droppings maybe.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but part of me is relieved that this is getting done. Another part of me is a little anxious about things possibly, you know, getting tossed that are of importance, but I want my kids back, and that's the bottom line. Hey, Dorothy, can you make sure that they're going through the boxes thoroughly and nothing is left in the boxes?
Oh yeah, they can't flatten a box without making sure stuff is out.
Okay.
But still, nothing's being thrown away.
I know that.
Yeah.
I guess one thing that worries me is the potential trash pile. Like the wagon that's over there.
That's right.
Not trash.
Nope.
So I don't know why it's over there. Well, Dorothy has told everybody that it's important not to throw things out, categorize things, organize things, and it's important to me. Hey guys, are you for sure nothing is in any of those boxes?
We sorted through all that stuff already.
All those boxes are sorted through.
Everything was emptied out, and it's just cardboard boxes broken down.
All right.
Yep.
Well, up to this point, I'm surprised she agreed to do it in the first place. A little skeptical. Just to see how this is all going to happen. See all the stuff that's come out of that garage. It's amazing to see it all scattered out all over the driveway and the lawn. What's going to happen with all this stuff? Is Patty going to let loose of it? Remains to be seen.
Kite string is good.
Kite string is good.
Wagon keep. Valentine container is good.
Valentine container is good.
This I want to keep that. Keep, and the toaster. Sentimental value. Ooh, yeah.
And this is?
And that I haven't decided yet. That's in the I'm not sure pile. Oh my gosh. There's just so much stuff. There is so much stuff.
Anybody need a shovel? When we get into a basement and into a garage, we wind up, well, coming head on with some critters. And in addition, we actually have used some shovels. You know, when we get into the basement, things kind of crumble a little bit. There's no way to pick it up with your hands. And that's disturbing. It's disturbing for us to have to do it, for her to see it, and it's what's so. That's the reality of it.
On TV when it says critter droppings. They're there. It just hurts to hear.
I think it's really humiliating.
There's no way to fix it.
Yeah, there is.
There isn't.
Everything can be fixed. And nothing has to be perfect.
I was feeling a little revealed, a lot of exposed. You know, this has been kind of my dirty little secret for quite some time, and you know, to know that people are seeing this and I'm having to expose myself, it's a little difficult.
The game plan for today is finishing up some of the odds and ends items that we have to do, making sure that it's a safe environment. Things that I'm doing right now, with Patty's permission, is then to go through, get rid of any food that's expired. So, and that happens because things, we don't get to the back of the fridge, we don't always get to the top of the fridge, so items do expire, and being careful about mouse poo when it's on stuff or any kind of indicators of critters. We want to make sure to get rid of that to make it a safe environment. If stuff has black mold on it,
right?
It was something that I just, you know, I
Oh,
didn't
absolutely.
look too closely
Yeah,
at it.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, I agree. This is painful doing this, you know what?
Do you want me to go in instead?
No, I can do it.
Linen.
It's just, it's embarrassing and humiliating.
Right there.
Very. Oh, all right, I'm good.
Okay, so what do you want to tell me about the embarrassment right now?
Because this is my daughter's room and it shouldn't look like this. Her room should not be this way. It should be pretty and nice and neat.
It should be nice and neat, I know
And
that.
it shouldn't look like this.
Did she do all this?
No, she didn't do any of it. I did it. I just felt buried in all that stuff. And it was so embarrassing and so humiliating because they should be my kids' space and they haven't been. And I've created what's in there, not my kids.
All right, looking good, looking good.
It just gave me, I guess, hope and enlightenment for how things are going to be from here on out. I still have those visions in my mind about all the piles of stuff on my table and on my counter and everywhere else. And it feels so different now. No prison walls, no stuff, no cringing when I walk in my front door. It feels great. It's like a rebirth, a second chance.
what do you think?
I'm thinking how excited my daughter's gonna be when she walks in there and sees a room that she can't ever remember having seen. She's gonna be totally elated to have all that space that's all her own.
Well, from the time this started and the garage door opened on the first day till where it is right now, and how far this has come, it's boggling. When I walked into this room, I lost it. I hadn't seen this floor in I don't know how many years. And Patty said something about the kids, you know, how they're gonna react, and I just lost it. The bottom line of this whole thing is this is about the kids. This is for them.
I mean, it was really, really difficult for me to decide to open myself up and to expose myself because this is something that nobody likes to share with anyone, but I knew it was my only chance at getting my kids back.
What do you feel like today?
Eggs and bacon, I guess.
Okay, can you grab them? I don't want toast, though. I'm just having
Yeah.
eggs and bacon.
Okay.
I'm Lori, and I live in Cogloktok, Nunavut. Cogloktok is a community in the Western Canadian Arctic. We're about 1,600 people living here. Over 20 years that I've lived here, you know, it's really become my home. I'm a sister, a mother, administrator, a friend. The biggest challenge in my life is my hoarding disorder. There are 4 bedrooms upstairs. It's very chaotic. You see like piles of clothes in disarray. There's not really any area in this house that does not have stuff. It makes me feel a lot of guilt and a lot of shame.
My name is Tajko, and Lori is my mom.
My name is Nadine, and I'm one of Lori's best friends. Her and I have been friends for 9 years. I have never seen the inside of her home. From what I'm told, her hoarding issue is extreme.
I feel sad, I feel frustrated, and a little disappointed when I think of the way she has almost tried to hide the way we live for fear that it might tarnish the way other people view us.
Right now we wash our hands in the bathtub in the upstairs bathroom because the tap on the sink is not working. Then in the kitchen, you'll see more chaos. There's a dishwasher that hasn't worked for many years, and one side of the sink doesn't drain. And then in the downstairs bathroom, I honestly don't know if the bathtub and sink are working, but I do know that the toilet was leaking out the bottom. I think I started collecting things when I really got into online shopping.
My name is Kathy, and I'm Lori's older sister. My parents were collectors, more coming from a place of not wanting to waste, but saving things in case they would be useful.
I haven't reached out to my sister in the past because I felt too ashamed for her to see how we are living. I think she'll be shocked.
My name is Keith. I'm Lori's ex and the father of our son, Tajko.
I was told the baby was not viable and I could wait it out or be induced, and I opted to be induced. So I went through a labor experience and the baby was stillborn. So it was very traumatic.
Before she was pregnant, well, I told Lori I was leaving and she told me she was pregnant. And I stayed, and that episode brought us together.
Tajko was born in March of 2005, and we were overjoyed.
I felt buried. I was very depressed.
I remember Keith saying, he later retracted it, "You are a great person, but your problems, you know, outweigh the good." And that was something that really, I felt that. Keith hasn't seen the house in more than 10 years.
My name is Sarah Ahmed. I'm a psychotherapist that specializes in problematic behaviors, including hoarding. My job here is to give Lori the tools to let go of her past and be able to see her future.
There is only Long time no see.
It's been a while, yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
My name is Kim Diamond, and I'm a certified professional organizer specializing in hoarding disorder and hoarding behaviors.
I am so happy to see this number of people here supporting you, Lori. We're harnessing the power of community, and we have this amazing team here behind me. Do I have your permission to go in the house? And do we have your permission, and I mean we, all of us here, to decide if there's garbage, can we just immediately get rid of that and not have to check with you?
Yes, please.
We got that, team? Good, but okay. I think we'll send this up for sorting.
Oh, it's rotten stuff. It smells pretty bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is garbage because it's been scratched.
Okay.
This is garbage right behind you.
Is this a good shirt to wear one day? What? Can you put this on the keep pile, please?
Yeah.
That's Taj.
Really?
Yeah, can you keep that, Taj?
Guess.
Can you put this one there too, please?
Okay.
Let's keep that.
Is there stuff in here?
I like to keep these. These are like ski pants that I can fit.
I do think I'd have greater relief just kind of letting this all go at once.
I know. I'm
stressing me
trying
out.
to get there, but I'm not there
Yeah,
yet.
it's stressing me out right now.
What?
It's stressing me out now. Because you know there's thousands in there, and we'll never get rid of it all at once. Or unless we decide for them all at once.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not there yet. I'm just
I know.
warming up, okay?
I know.
Can you be patient with me, please?
I'll try to be.
I feel like I need to see a little bit more of the stuff that's coming from inside,
I know
or that I would like to.
I've seen her like this before, and whenever we try to go through things, she seems to need to be in charge of every single item. Mama.
Uh-huh.
We have your boxes ready for you to...
Okay.
We're gonna show you what's in them and hope that you approve.
Okay.
There's quite a number of new, never used items of clothing in here.
We both agree that these are things that we don't need in the house and are better in the use of other people.
Okay. Okay.
Is that you approve of that?
I gotta be honest. It's hard for me to not want to see what all's in there.
You'd maybe like to, but wouldn't you, if you had the two options to keep them or live in a cleaner room, I think I know the answer.
Right.
Right? And
Yeah.
so we're choosing the latter
You
right
have
now.
been managing without them.
Yeah, so you don't need to see them, frankly. And I hope you can get towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for
thanks too.
getting closer.
Yeah, I don't know how to express it. Difficult feelings, like, and like it's hard for me to hear you saying you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need this, you know. But it's my disorder talking, you know. That it distorts it to hear it that way, and
Great. How are you doing?
I'm sorry that I have this
you don't
disorder,
have to
and
apologize.
I
You don't
feel
have
like I do, because I know it's hard to understand when you don't think the way I do. But
You never have to apologize for your disorder.
We had a lot of wins today, but we barely made a dent in the house, and we're already overwhelming her. So with day 2 tomorrow, if Lori shuts down, there's no way we're getting this done.
I would like to keep that. I'll put it on our keep pile. Okay. Thank you.
These all keep
This all donated?
Maybe. I'm putting the ones that I'm giving away on this side and ones I'd like to keep on this side right now, okay?
Let me be a mediator and help you out, okay?
Am I not going to need a few clothes to wear? Like,
You are going to wear
am I gonna buy entirely new clothes? Okay, like, can I not keep 3 and give that many away though? Is that
Of
not
course,
is
you
that not
keep-
okay?
yes, that's
like,
okay.
Okay, I thought that was
He does-
okay.
hey, come
Is
here.
that not okay for you?
Come here.
We need to be serious
Come
with
here.
this.
He doesn't mean to overwhelm.
I don't want to attack you.
We're all coming
Well,
at
that's what
you.
it feels like. I'm sorry, I'm not doing very good right now. Thank you. Thank you.
You're doing wonderful. Okay?
Well, everybody's telling me I'm moving too slow.
Well,
and I'm doing my best.
You know what? It's a time factor.
Yeah.
It's not against you.
Yep.
It's against the clock.
Yeah.
Racing, right?
Yep.
None of this is going to be effective if we continue doing what we're doing and it's not working for you. Because then it's just removing physical items. There's no change in behavior, and we want that. If this is too much for you, we can stop.
I want to continue, please.
Day 2 was hard for Lori because we really got into the nitty-gritty of clothes, and that overwhelmed her. I was worried that was going to happen again, but here we are working through clothes, and she's doing great.
Donate. Donate. Donate.
Lori!
Yeah.
Come to me. Come to me.
Hi.
So I'm assuming you saw behind you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's a miracle. Thank you so much.
It kind of was, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been almost 3 days of stuff there, and now it's all gone.
It's putting a massive issue to rest after 17 years.
Thanks, Eddie.
I'm proud of you, Mama.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a new oven. It's a new fridge. It's so beautiful.
I haven't been smiling a lot for the last couple years, but when I walk through that door, I just feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest.
Wow.
So much space to entertain and feed our company. I look forward to our bright future in this room.
It feels like a different house.
I never thought I'd see something like this. It's just surprising and exciting, and there's so many things I want to do with this space.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow.
You'll sleep comfortably.
How do you feel now?
I feel so good. It's clear and we're free. I just feel free. I just can't believe it. Oh, I love you so much.